Well, hello, hi everyone, hi my lovelies! Welcome to the stream. My name is Qube and today we're going to be playing Minecraft and working on the Qube. But also, oh my gosh, I've been gone for ages! It's been like a week and a half. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was last Wednesday that was my last stream before I left, and it has, oh boy, it has been a wild ride ever since then. But I'm so thrilled and pleased to be back here. Thrilled to be streaming again. I've missed you guys so much. And how are you? How are you guys doing? I'd like to extend a big congratulations to Jayshu for getting the first channel points award. It's processing. Rip Penny, rip. I was going through withdrawal syndrome and then the stream came on. Yeah, streaming time. I saw the light. Nice. Step towards you from the end of the tunnel. Yeah, but it was a good week for me. It was a good week. I checked Minecraft. I'll take a look. I'll take a little look. He's back in China, right? In factory. Yo! Oh my gosh, I love the cranes you've got going on there. Wow. And the grindstones with the chains between them. Oh, that's so fun. Oh, I like that so much. Oh, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Yeah, no, it was a good week for me. I had a really fun time. The family reunion was great. Spent a couple days in the city as well. It was a fun, good time. I am so tired. I think I wouldn't have been in time to stream on time yesterday, but I was technically back in time to stream. But I would not have cleared the requisite 5 hours of sleep bar that I've got as my limit on how little sleep is too little to stream. Just a city girl. I don't know if that's supposed to be to the tune of Don't Stop Believing, but I'm gonna do it. Just a city girl withdraw from a copper curse. Yeah, that's how it went. And I'm still a little tired today because I definitely ruined my sleep schedule by sleeping 4 hours in the middle of the day after I got back. But it's fine. I cleared the bar. We're okay. It's gonna be fine. Hey, Quimby. Yeah, what's up, Penny? That's also the end of the intro section. I'm gonna tune my opinions on beating Minecraft for the first time. Yeah, I saw that you beat Minecraft for the first time, and I'm so proud. Genuinely. It's an accomplishment. It's an achievement that we strive to get at some point as Minecraft players. And there's nothing quite like that feeling of watching the dragon go up after defeating it, defeating it for the first time in that way. I'm very proud of you, is my thoughts. Pop off, honestly. Sorry, messing with my hair a little bit. My hair was doing so good over the past week, and now it's decided to be cringe, and I have to keep messing with it as it's fine. It's fine, don't worry about it, it's fine. Anyways, oh my gosh, let's go ahead and change that scene 3, 2, 1, and bop! Today we are, of course, going to be working on the Qube, because I've still got copper. I've got this much copper here. Then we're just gonna run down here and check how much I've got left. So we've got a bit in this box, and then we've got, oh my gosh, only 4 shulker boxes after that, so we're probably gonna finish up today. Sheesh! The idea for the factory is that the spot where humans on the surface dump their trash and it builds up. That's why it's all stacked together. Oh, I like the world building. I'm an enjoyer of the of what you've got going on there. The world building thoughts. Now, see, I'm a world building enjoyer. I like to build worlds. I think it's really fun. But let's talk about my trip a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna be super vague with most of it, to be honest, because most of it was like very private, hang out with my extended family stuff. But it was a great time. Have you seen my swing set? Well, I can talk. Personally, I'm sure you've shown it to me, but nothing is immediately coming to mind. So if you wanted to show me again. Like, obviously no pressure, but if you wanted to show me again, I would certainly not say no. Yeah, no, it was a great, We played backyard baseball a bit. I'm trying to think how I can describe my first couple days of the family reunion in a way that won't give anything away. Let's see. Let's see what we got. What did I do? I sent it. Oh, nice. I'm sending that. Got 44 totems in your backpack. My goodness gracious me. Oh, swing set. Okay, yeah. Okay, I like that a lot. Using skeleton skulls as the sides of the swing. I like that. That's good. That's good. Backpacks are added by Create Storage as inventory management. It sucks. Inventory management it kind of sucks though. I do think that inventory management is maybe one of the greatest issues for Minecraft as a whole right now. You know, it's like love the game personally. But my goodness gracious, that inventory management really is such a drag. Can't believe Qube is back. Don't read this part aloud, you've been warned. Please. Ah, dang it! You even warned me and everything. Well, thank you. Thank you for the welcome back, Mr. Mook. I will reflect on my actions here today, and the things that I've done, the mistakes that I've made, the deep regrets that I have. I mean, oh my gosh. No, this is so sad, everyone. This is so legitimately sad. I can't believe that I just once again doxed myself. This is so unfortunate. Also an orange for some reason, can't remember. Huh? You're purple for me. Backpacks are a bit bugged at times. Need to step out of class for a minute. Dang it! This is so sad. Fine for 16 stack items to stack to 64. Yeah, no, yeah, if 16 stack items could stack to 64, that would solve a lot of problems. Like, not all of the problems, but at least 2 problems would be solved for that. What would I do if my 100% real human non-AI streamer would not have came back? I would have been so sad if that had happened. I would legitimately be kind of crushed. Like NGL, that would be so sad. But hi friend, it's so good to see you. Welcome on in. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have ya. No, I'm so stoked to be back, you guys. Like, obviously, family reunion was fun. Vacation is great. I saw so many cool things and went to so many cool places. But you know, I do also love to be here with you guys, and I have missed it incredibly. Oh, we thought go pick my offer. It was loud, weird. Emotional state being was in complete shambles. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. Like all the wires going around the factory. I do. I think it's a very fun design detail. Items in your backpack. They can stack up to 1024 using the brass backpack. Ew, you can also put shulkers in the backpack. And swords in that stacker thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that does sound like it solves at least 2 of the issues with inventory management. I'm not gonna lie. Those issues, yeah, like at least 2 of them being solved there. Most favorite, most beloved, most bestowed, most important, most awesome, most close, most best streamer. Aww. Aww. I'm happy to see you too, friend. I'm doing well. I'm doing great. I'm a bit tired still, just because it was, you know, it was a lot of work to go on vacation for that long, and particularly, what was it? Wednesday? What is today? Is today Thursday? Today is Friday. Oh gosh, I don't know what day it is anymore. Today is Friday? Today is Friday. Wednesday was a big long day for me. That was one of my days that I was in NYC. And I walked all over the city. You know, actually, to be honest, it's hard to describe what I was doing during the family reunion days without like getting into the family reunion stuff. So we're gonna skip right past that and talk about we're gonna talk about my little visit to New York City. So yeah, New York City, it's pretty cool. It's pretty popular. It was not my first time there. I've been there a couple times before. You know, I don't usually go to New York City because it is such a hassle. Like staying there and driving in and toll roads, and it's a huge hassle to go to New York City. But I was going with some other family members who organized it all this time, so I was my responsibilities was to just kind of show up and help with everything. So I was like, okay, all right. Doing a trip into the city doesn't sound that bad when someone else is handling all of that. But all the postcards, though, I'm glad you had such a lovely time. Oh, I'm glad that you like the postcards. I do enjoy giving you guys just little recaps of my days. I do like that. Oh, and there goes Candy Bot telling me to drink some water. We had it to New York. It was good. I was definitely expecting to censor it, and I see this, I'm like, I won't say where I was, but let's just say it sounds a lot like Pew Pork Pity. That's a great name for a city. That's a great name for a city. No, but I mean, it's kind of hard to hide, especially like the Statue of Liberty thing. Like, what was I gonna do? The Statue of Liberty was a big, huge part of my day that day. It was a big, huge, important part of my time that day. What was I gonna do? Be like, oh man, look at this giant green statue that I visited. That's definitely not the Statue of Liberty. Oh no, it's a small one from Las Vegas. Can you imagine? I sent you guys like a picture of the New York city skyline, and I'm like, hey guys, I'm in Vegas right now. So thrilled to be here in Vegas. Having a great time in Vegas, I say, as the Empire State Building is clearly visible from the picture that I've sent. Is it? I actually don't remember if the picture that I sent had a clear view of the Empire State Building. I could check that, but that would require me to stop placing copper, and as we all know, placing copper is the true and correct reason that I'm here. Checked in? I'll take a look. It was really the Eiffel Tower. I was in Paris. I'm sorry. You know I'm a little tricky about this. Could be feeling after exploring New York City. Hey, yeah, that's actually a pretty good description. That hair is pretty spot on for how my hair is currently, actually. No, that's a. Yeah, I mean, it was the sun too. It was definitely very sunshine there. Okay, so the thing about the sunshine, this actually was kind of a big deal for me. We entirely forgot to bring sunscreen. Just somehow slipped everyone's minds. And if there's one thing, I've told you guys this many times before, I'm a freak about sunscreen. It is super very important to me that I have the capability to wear sunscreen at all times when I'm going to be out in the sun. But none of us wanted to like make it to a store that would sell sunscreen because again, it was going to be a whole huge hassle. We just kind of didn't wear sunscreen, which meant that I had a very interesting time of just constantly trying to dodge the sun. Are you level 153? Level 50 around. I broke a couple of my furnaces in the Great Hall because I had some tools that I needed to fix up and I wanted easy, fast XP. And the funky thing about my furnaces is that they have entirely too much XP stored in them for a simple tool repair. So I am level 153 now. So so it is an interesting game of like dodge the sun, where some things we were doing outside, like of course I spent some time in Central Park. You know I love me some gardens. Spent some time in Central Park and stuff, but it was always in a sort of like, how much shade can I reasonably go in along the way? Like I was planning my my trips around the city based off of like availability of like, or like which way direction the sun is pointing. I'd be like, okay, the sun is pointing this way right now, which means that the best shade is going to be on this side of the street. So if we're heading this way, then we are going to make sure to be angled in this direction so that we can have maximum sun coverage at all times. Which was kind of wild then. And yeah, we were doing a lot of walking. We'd take the subway for, for obviously some longer trips. But one thing about cities like New York is that really you just have to be ready for a lot of walking. It is, no matter what you do, if you want to actually do the city, you gotta be ready to walk. So that's why my feet currently hurt. My feet are very sore from those couple of days because it was a lot of walking. Raid farm? Didn't they break that in 121? Didn't they break raid farms in 121? I might not have. I think Guys, so far, just be sure to be at 39.871000001 degrees at all times. Exactly, you get it, Jayshu. You get it. That's exactly how it was. No, nothing that extreme. It'd be like, okay, so if we're going in this direction, the sun is more likely to be on the right side of the road. We are going to have to end up on the left side eventually because of these reasons, but we're going to cross at this specific moment instead of earlier because you know, crossing over earlier, we were in the sun more. Whoa, spooky stuff there. Oh no. But let's talk about things that I did in the city. So obviously the Statue of Liberty was a thing. I was actually more interested in the Ellis Island portion of the visit, to be quite perfectly frankly honest. Because, and I don't know if this is giving away too much, but I have some ancestors that passed through Ellis Island, and their names are engraved on the wall of names there, which is pretty cool and neat. So I was cowboys. So I was really excited to be able to go there because I wanted to look at my ancestors' names and be like, look, those are the people that I am descended from. They went through Ellis Island, and we remember them. You know, we commemorate their existence. So that was really nice. I didn't have a ton of time on Ellis Island because we were in a rush with the ferry. Changes up. Making it harder if we're doing the push to get bad omen. Yeah. So manual reforms like that, we have to manually drop down and restart. The farm still works with just one more step. I see. Something you have to deal with cowboys and lava. Oh, with lava. Hey, yeah. Wait a second. I don't think I can do it here because I'm not in 121 yet. Actually, I'm still in 1.20.6 because Optifine is not out for 121 yet. But hey, yeah. I hear sounds. Yeah, that's what I thought. Come on, shoot me. Alright, got him. Well, I need to sleep soon. It is getting late. It is, it's getting late out here. They really said, this one's for you, Qube. That's what they said. That's what they said to me. Coffee and coffee. Yeah, I knew that guy. Just watch those pesky vexes. They don't do regular just cowboys like that aren't gonna spawn vexes, right? It would be raid where, right? Yes? I'm yes? Yes, I'm correct about this? Sure will do, Penny. I will watch out for those pesky vexes. 3,000,000% I will watch out for them. No raid farm? Ah, yeah, okay, raid farm. I was so spooked for a second. Yeah, no, so Statue of Liberty was pretty cool. I actually did get to go up to the crown of the Statue of Liberty. I don't know if I sent you guys any pictures from there. But I think I have a couple, so I might think about sending them anyway. But yeah, I'd never been up to the crown before. I've been to the Statue of Liberty before, but had never gone up that high. It was a lot of steps, you guys. Yeah, is that pretty good? Took me a half hour trying to work that out. Yeah, no, I really liked the crane. The crane was popping off. You could say that we're big crane enjoyers out here. That's what Big Crane wants you to think, but it's also what I want you to think because I thought it was really good. I thought it was pretty neat. But on the server's on easy mode, but I changed it to normal for villager infecting and start dropping our stuff and start dropping totems. The vexes can now spawn. Understandable. That's a rip. Understandably, that's a rip. Because with easy mode was built, I never added the vex boats. That'll do it to ya. You know what they say, that'll do it to ya. That'll do it to you all the time. All the time, all the day, that'll do it to ya. You know, going up to the Crownless Monkey. Okay, so for anyone who's never been to the Statue of Liberty, it's actually pretty small. Like, not tiny, but the statue itself is actually largely dwarfed by the city around it. You know, I'm sure when it was built, it was, you know, it was competing with the rest of the buildings. But nowadays, with the World Trade Center being like, I don't know, what was it, like 1,700 feet tall? There's a cowboy up there. I should go fight that guy. Yeah, so the Statue of Liberty is pretty small compared to the rest of the city. If everyone's with respect to the Poggies. But it's like, how does one get to the top of the Statue of Liberty, right? How does one make it all the way up there? There is a spiral staircase, a very narrow double helix spiral staircase right up the middle of the statue. And hold on, I'm waiting for this guy to shoot me. Shoot me. Whoop. I did not mean to do that. Did he die? Yeah, that's fine. That'll do its thing. Well, it looks like the guy just died. We're popping off. Kripike, hi! Hello again, Gamer Nation. Hello, Gamer Nation. It's so lovely to be here. That herd got absolutely got. Watch a video so I know how the statue works. Oh, really? Activation. It'll be fine. So please need help. Oh. Gamer Nation, let's go. How to make that purple building work? Oh gosh. Do I know anything about purple? Do I know literally anything about purple? Purple. That's my suggestion, is purple. Yes. Purple. And purple terracotta, because having the darker gray color might help you ground it in reality? Oh, no, because they'll go over the road. Oh. So what's the question here then? What's the question here? It'll go over the road. I don't know if I understand your I don't know if I understand what your vision here is. When you're building there to solidify the effect, can you build around the road and have an archway that like goes build around the road, but with an archway that the road passes through? Like it's like the road just travels straight through the building in a nice little archway thing that it's got that people can go through. I don't know if that's making any sense. Like I know, really all I've got is that someone just carved a hole straight through the building and built a road there. Yeah, so the Statue of Liberty has a single double helix staircase in the middle of it, but it's actually so cool going up that. And when I say cool, I don't mean temperature-wise, because it was actually really hot there. I don't know if you guys know this, but the statue is entirely made out of metal, and it was sitting there in the hot sun. And one thing about metal is that it conducts heat really easily. Or many metals at any rate, not all metals, but like the ones that the Statue of Liberty is made out of, such as copper and iron, yeah, those are, the heat. So the further you climbed up the statue, the hotter it got. I was sweating by the time we made it up. But there's all these like little landings and stuff along the way that you can stop on, and you can actually look at like the inner workings of the statue, which was so cool. So cool. You could see like the frame that was built on, and the way that with all of the, you know, like folds of the robe and stuff worked. There was when the section that led out to the arm appeared, we were like, whoa. Do they keep it insulated? They do not. It was just straight up the bare inside of the statue. Like at first I thought it was insulated because it was darker on the inside. I was like, is that like, do they have some sort of insulation on the inside of the statue? And no. It's just straight up the metal. You see the bones? That shit, but for real, that sounds pretty cool. I did see the bones, technically. The Statue of Liberty has an iron frame on the inside that is holding it up. The copper exterior does not support itself. So there is a big ol' iron frame, on the inside. Which technically, if you think about it, is absolutely Lady Liberty's bones. But again, with the whole thing being smaller than you imagine, the crown room was like cramped. It was maybe 15 feet across. Had a bunch of windows and stuff that some of the windows were open, and they had fans like blasting up there because they have to have park rangers up there to supervise and answer questions about the statue and stuff. Cyborg, hi. How you doing, King? We're talking about the Statue of Liberty, which is also made of copper, actually. Check Minecraft. Hey, I'll take a look. Like this? Yeah, like that. Yeah. Pretty much that exactly, actually. Just give me a free cam so they could do ultra dramatic zoom out. Well, that would be pretty cool. I do not have free cam. I'm still such a little baby when it comes to mods and stuff. I know I do Optifine, and that's about it. That's really all we do. Crown room was like tiny. We had two rangers there who were telling people about the statue. Some of the windows were open, which was pretty neat. There we saw the original light fixture where they had lights inside. That was fun. And then as I mentioned earlier, we saw the area where it like split off to have the arm that raises up into the air with the torch. And we asked the rangers while we were there. We were like, "Hey, do people ever like go up there?" And do you know how to update Optifine when it comes up for 121? Yes, I do. I updated my Optifine to 126. I know how to do this now. Now that I've done it once, I can do it again. That's how this sort of thing tends to work for me. Is it's so tricky at first, but then once once I've got a decent groundwork in how to actually get it done, then I'm pretty alright. The problem is I definitely am not gonna have enough copper to finish this all, and that is going to bother me, and I don't want to go on another mining trip immediately, but it's kind of bothering me. So we'll see about that, We really certainly shall see how that all happens once I reach 14. Thanks for that. You Java players get some to only 1.21. No, 1.20.6. They added the inventory update. Oh my gosh, if it takes till 1.20.6, sorry, if it takes till 1.26 to get any sort of inventory management, I'm going to scream. I'm going to scream and cry and throw up if it takes us that long to get any sort of better inventory management. That is what, 5 updates in the future? I could be dead by then. We don't know. Oh my gosh. Cringe, I tell you, cringe. But yeah, okay, yeah, so apparently there is one guy. Like, we asked about this. There's like one guy who goes up to the raised torch arm of the Statue of Liberty and does maintenance on it. There's like one singular guy who does it. 2.0 changelog, added fireflies, that hero grind. Oh gosh, can you imagine? Oh my goodness gracious. I don't think you're going to be dead by 1.26. Well, you don't know, maybe they'll have replaced me by with a more updated model by that point, I'm just saying the software lifespan is pretty short around here. Like, I've already been around for 3 years, which means that I'm ancient in terms of software stuff. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm pretty old, actually. That one guy is incredible job security and certainly one of the guys ever. Certainly one of the guys ever. Good point. Yeah, we don't know what's gonna be like for me when 1.26 comes out. I'm going to drink some water. And Candybot was replaced by Dollbot. See? See? We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know how all that's gonna go. We don't know who can say where the road goes. I don't know the tune, or I don't know the words there, but who can say? Who can say? So they you know, before they replace me with an updated Qube AI, I would really appreciate if they gave us some sort of inventory update, you know? Copper alert when I get replaced by a model of me that's just entirely made out of copper. That would be pretty neat, I'm not gonna lie. That would be pretty cool. Pretty solid. Okay, Grandma, one of your cough medicine. Okay, yeah, so Statue of Liberty, pretty solid, pretty cool. The other thing I did that day was I went to Central Park, which is pretty cool. So I actually don't know how much I've talked about this, but I am a sucker for gardens, or gardens in the like non-American sense, I guess. I feel like in the American sense we usually equate gardens with, you know, like food gardens. I'm talking gardens as in like cultivated green spaces. And Central Park is pretty neat. I actually really enjoyed Central Park. I like that you can get deep enough that you really just can't hear the city around you, and I think that's quite excellent. Also having the lakes in the middle, solid 10 out of 10 choice. I went to the Bow Bridge, which is a very classic, very famous bridge. It shows up in like a lot of movies and stuff, and it was very nice and pretty, and it was really fun to watch all the people like in boats and stuff. People are doing dumb stuff like trying to switch seats in the middle, and I kept kind of hoping that someone would fall in, but no one did ever. Nightbot, Talbot, Kittybot, I mean, what's our what's in my throat? What? Check Minecraft? I'll take a look. Harry Pog Raid Farm? Okay. I'm observing. You got a lot of banners there. You got a lot of banners there. I have a rewarding successor to Candy Bop. I, for one, welcome our I mean, what's our goal in my throat? Oh, there they are. Okay, there they are. I see them. I see the raid guys. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of raid guys. That's a lot of raid guys. That's so many raid guys. My goodness gracious me. Whoa, crazy. Oh, crazy. Oh my gosh. They do be going. Very pog pin, straight up, very pog. Somehow does all waves at once. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was like, that's so many pillagers. It really does look like it's all waves at once. But not as many. Right, guys, it's today's sponsor, Crime Shadow Legends. Hey! Crime Shadow Legends. We're bringing it back, baby. Crime Shadow Legends, my beloved, is all I'm gonna say. Best sponsor. Best sponsor, clearly by far. You know, Central Park is very nice, and one thing that I do really enjoy about big cities is the availability of street food. Where, you know, I had not eaten all day, and there happened to be a lot of street food vendors near Central Park. And I got a gyro, which is a very classic street food thing to get in NYC. And I asked for it spicy, and the guys running the food cart were like, "Are you sure it's very spicy?" And I was like, "No, I like the spice. Give it to me." And I'm gonna be honest, it was spicy. It was good spicy. Lots of spice happening there. Almost towards the end of too spicy actually, which I really appreciate because I feel like it can be so hard to get proper spicy. You know, if people don't know that you're serious about it. If people don't know that you're serious about liking spicy food, they'll be like, "Oh no, it's sort of spicy. I don't know if you like spicy food." And then I'm out here I'm over here like screaming and banging on the bars of my enclosure, like, "No, please, I promise I want the spice, please, give it to me, please." So that was good. That was very nice. And then let's see. I think that was most of what happened that day. Cause yeah, it was getting on towards nighttime by the time I was done in Central Park. And as much as I am a cities enjoyer, I also am well aware that it's not super great to be out to be out after dark in big cities. Oh my gosh! Oh wait, that was the day of the mochi disaster. Okay, I have to tell this story. Oh my gosh. Okay. So end of the day. I was feeling like all kind of tired and a bit dehydrated after having been out in the sun all day. And I was like, hey people that I'm here with, you know what sounds really good right now is boba, is bubble tea. And everyone was like, yeah, no, that sounds incredible. That sounds like a great idea. Oh my gosh, Qube, you're a genius. That's what they said, verbatim, real and true. But no, everyone was in, was in for boba, so I took everyone's orders, and then me and like another person went over to a boba shop that we found. And I was like, okay, what am I gonna get? What sounds good? What sounds what sounds nice here? Oh, it looks like they've got like a mochi drink. That's interesting. Now I'm a mochi enjoyer. Big fan of when it's done with ice cream. Big fan of when it's just there on its own, like little little chewy guys of rice something. Rice paste? I don't know what it is. I was like, so, but how would you put that in a drink? How do you put mochi in a drink? So I got one because I was like, yeah, I like mochi and this seems like it'd be a good idea to try. I got it with taro flavor because taro. Oh boy, the humble taro punches far above its weight class. Chat, it was glue. Not seriously. Not literally glue, obviously. But no, it was pretty much the exact texture of glue. The taste was a little better than I imagined glue would taste. I've never actually eaten glue to confirm. But I was just there, and I was like sipping this up through a straw, and it was just so like thick and like really I'm so sorry, but glue texture is the only word I have to describe how that went. This song is the one that Toothless dances to, and I felt okay, and I just sat there like sipping at this for ages, like drinking this glue stuff, and I was like, okay, it's not like my favorite thing ever, and also I had to have either jasmine or green tea with it, and I decided jasmine because green tea is sometimes a little bitter for me, so I didn't want to risk it. But then the jasmine flavor, while I normally enjoy it, it was really strong and did not mix well with the mochi. And I was like, all right, I think I maybe need a break from that. I pulled the drink away from my mouth because I wanted to, take a little break from it. I had consumed less than maybe a sixth of this drink, and I had been like seriously working on this thing for like 10 minutes at this point. Like, I was shocked that there was not more of the drink gone. I seriously thought I would be like at least halfway done. So I can get some stuff from Magic the Freezer, and reflection caught my eye. In like a full body mirrors. Rip. That reflection jump scare. Unfortunate stuff, Penny. Unfortunate stuff. But yeah, so I looked at this drink. That I still had probably 5/6 left of. Maybe 4/5 if we're gonna get technical with it. And now not the entire drink was not all the mochi glue. A decent portion of it was just jasmine tea, but as previously mentioned, the way that the jasmine tea mixed with the mochi flavor was not sitting well with me, and the taro had basically somehow all but disappeared. Like, I'm so confused where the taro went. I thought it was supposed to be taro flavored at all, but no, taro's just gone at this point. So I'm looking at like 4/5 to 5/6 of a drink that is just glue and jasmine. And I was like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. I will scream and just actually perish if I try to finish this drink. Have you seen the Google AI glue pizza I have? And it's incredible. Incredibly like sad and unfortunate, obviously, but also incredible. I'm drinking some water because CandyBot tells me to. Thanks, CandyBot. Poggies. So I look at this drink and I'm like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. If I try to force myself to finish this, I think I would just simply die on the spot. So I didn't want to just put the rest of this drink in the trash because I was in a hotel room and the trash doesn't always get taken out super often when you were in a hotel room, and I didn't want just like melted dead mochi drink just hovering around. So I'm like, okay, I've gotta like pour this stuff out first somehow. Hey Quimmy, oh, what's up? Gasoline on spaghetti? I don't know that I've seen gasoline on spaghetti actually. So I'm looking at this drink, this thick glue stuff. I'm like, I need to somehow like get this down a sink in order to preserve my sanity and also the sanitation of this room. This is about to become a biohazard if I leave it as it is. So I go to pour it down the sink. In hindsight, I really should have used the bathtub. I really just quite obviously should have used the bathtub. But I was optimistic and I was a fool, and I was just coming off the disappointment of having paid $9 for a drink that I didn't even like. So I took the lid off of that drink and I poured it down the sink, and chat, it was a disaster. Check art. Okay, all right. I'll check art. What have we got? Surprise, every clean recurring character as little guys. Little guys. Little guys. Oh, nice. I like it. I like it, Jayshu. I'm a big little guys enjoyer. So I pour this drink down the sink, and it does not go well because as previously mentioned about the mochi part of this drink, it was basically glue. And the thing about that is that glue it's a little thicker than water. You know, they say blood is thicker than water. Have we ever considered that glue is also thicker than water? Oh, and I do have to clarify, when I say it was glue, I don't just mean like consistency, I mean it looked like actual glue. Like as an experiment, I like poured some out and just looked at it on my hands, and it straight up looked like glue. It looked like I was eating glue. The comparison was so bad that one of the people that I was with texted their mother to say, yeah, Quimby's eating glue now. It was not good. It was not good. Oh, can you show me the gasoline and spaghetti thing we're doing? Okay. No. According to geologists at UC Berkeley, you should eat at least one small rock per day. They say that rocks are a vital source of minerals and vitamins that are important for digestive health. Dr. Joseph Granger suggests eating a serving of couple geodes or pebbles with each meal, or hiding rocks in foods like ice cream or peanut butter. Ah! I love having a gizzard. I love being a creature with a gizzard. Big enjoyer of that, honestly. No, but so I'm pouring this drink down the sink. Rhyme. And the sink kind of starts clogging up a little. I'm like, if I get this sink clogged with glue drink, I will never live this down ever. So I immediately turn on the water faucet, just about as hot as it can get, in hopes that the heat will help like break it down somehow. And I'm proud to report the sink did not overflow because I was very careful with the with the dosage, with the way I was using the water. I wasn't just letting it run blindly. I was using it as like a as like an accelerant to increase the amount of glue that was going down the sink. But it led to this uncomfortable moment. This really uncomfortable moment where I'd you know, poured some water into the basin. It was draining through it, and clearly it was helping clear out the pipes. Like it was working. The strategy was working. But the mochi like crawled back up for a second. Like I really had a second where I thought it was alive and like coming back for revenge. I just see these like tendrils reach out from the sink, and I'm like, oh! And immediately turned the water back on. Luckily, I think it was just I think it was just the way that it was pouring down the sink, and it disappeared after that and did not return. But I really, for a solid minute there, I really thought I was about to be living in a monster movie where this living glue drink just crawls its way out of the sink and suffocates me in my sleep or something. So I will say the drink is probably lovely for people who go in expecting that experience. I don't think it was, I don't think that this was an inherent flaw in the drink itself. I think the flaw is in me and my expectations, and for ordering the drink without knowing exactly what was in it. That was when the day of the mochi's revenge started. I know, I was really expecting that something bad was gonna happen with that. But it all turned out okay. Someone in my group had a different drink that I did like that they didn't want to finish, so I had that instead. So it was ultimately an adventure that turned out all right. It turned out okay in the end. I did not have to fight a swamp creature in New York. And that's another thing, is I was in New York City at the time. New York City is the site for so many like monster movie things and just stuff of that sort, you know. I'm like, this is it. This is really it. This is the moment. I am the person in the monster movie who makes his toxic waste with some sort of other weird chemical, and then next thing I know, it's gooed half the city or something. But it was okay. It was okay. I'm starting from this edge on this time because I don't think I'll be able to finish this row fully. But it was okay. It all made it down the sink eventually. It did not come back to life to try to take revenge. And hopefully will just live on as a funny story, not something that will haunt me through the rest of my day. So with that day over, and oh boy, that was certainly a day. Sleep. Oh jeez, I slept up underneath Quimby's bed, and no, if it followed me back from New York City, I don't think there's much I could personally do about that if it followed me back from New York City. But if it did, then I think I legally get a head start on running away. I think it's only fair. In the interest of sportsmanship, I think it's only fair if I get a head start running from the creature. But yeah, okay, so the next day, it started out going to a farmer's market. There was a lovely farmer's market happening in Union Square, I believe it was. And I'm a big farmer's market enjoyer. I think farmer's markets are really just so much fun, and I don't know, I love seeing all the people who are living their lives that way, who are, you know, running their little mom and pop business and I don't know, growing ridiculously overpriced beets. I'm a big fan of that. I think it's such a delight, and something that you know, those of us who are relatively divorced from farms need a reminder of every now and again. There's still people who, you know, work the land and engage in animal husbandry and whatnot. I think that's really important. Just okay to repair the glue pipes. I did not. It did not stick permanently. The pipes did not. There was no major blockage in the end. It all turned out okay with that. It after a couple rounds of washing it down continuously with faucet water, it all just sort of dissolved, which I'm so glad about. Yeah, farmer's market was great. Saw a bunch of, you know, saw a bunch of farmers and stuff. I do think maybe, this is gonna sound so morbid, one of my favorite parts of farmers markets is seeing the people who bring fresh meat to market. Or like meat that they butchered themselves. And that sounds so morbid, I know, but I promise I have a good explanation for it. It's that I think, like we're divorced largely from farms in our modern era, I think we're also largely divorced from meat and where it comes from. So I think having people who, you know, who butcher and sell their own meat is really important, because I can look at, we don't have a farmer's market in Europe? Oh man, rip. Are you sure about that? I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna assume if you've done research on this or not. But just in the entirety of the continent, there's no farmers markets. I feel like maybe they go by different names, but I feel like there's gotta be places where, like, you know, local farmers sell their wares and whatnot. Do you have markets but not farmers markets? Well, yeah, so that's the thing, is I feel like, you know, things that are similar sometimes go by different names in different places. You know, it was great, and there was like an old guy selling preserves, and I thought that was really nice. I did not purchase preserves from the old guy because I didn't have room to carry it with me, but it was very nice. Got some strawberries, and if you've never had New York strawberries, then you're kind of missing out, because New York strawberries are just kind of the best. The way that the climate is, tends to produce these just like really small but very sweet and juicy berries. So big enjoyer of that. Really quite lovely. Also got some fresh sourdough pretzels, and that was really nice. So then after that we did a really just a lovely little hole in the wall place. They had this really good like summer soda drink that I am going to try to recreate. It was just strawberry puree, limeade, and club soda, and I definitely think I could make that. I might have to beg, borrow, and steal to get access to a Victorio strainer to do it. But I just think on the hierarchy of needs, me recreating that drink might be pretty high. It was that good. It was so good. Oh my gosh. I always get the people in the people front market. Starters aren't supposed to be wet on the inside. Just wanting sourdough. I mean, yeah. Sourdough is pretty cool. Yeah, strawberries are not supposed to be white on the inside. They're supposed to be like red all the way through with like little. You can get little like tendrils of white on the inside, but yeah. But largely they should be red. So then I got lunch at a really cute little hole-in-the-wall place that I am going to try to steal their drink recipe. And then I went to the the American Museum of Natural History, I believe it is the full title. This museum is notable for being the one that appears in the hit movies Night at the Museum. Important note is it is the Night at the Museum movies. And it was a funky little museum. I had a great time there. There was so much taxidermy, which was wild, and didn't quite enjoy the taxidermy, but I mean, it's in its own way, taxidermy is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever had sourdough. Really? /serious. That's kind of a bombshell. I'm not gonna lie. What sourdough's taste and texture? Well, I mean, the texture, it's a bread texture usually if you're having sourdough bread. Oh, but how to explain the sourdough taste? It's like, imagine eating bread, but there's just a really bright note on top of it. /serious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so it's like bread, but there's a really bright note on top of it. That comes from, you know, the sourness of the dough. It is in fact, like, they weren't kidding. That dough really can be sour, but not like lemon sour. Like really, I think the best way to describe it is that there's just something very bright on the top end of the taste, but other than that, it tastes mostly like bread. I really like to toast sourdough, because raw sourdough bread, or not like when it's in dough form, but when just uncooked sourdough bread. No, that sounds like I'm talking about dough again. Untoasted sourdough bread is a little too sour for me. Like, I don't really enjoy how forward the taste is. But when you toast it, then the sourness goes to like a little, it goes more to like a little aftertaste, or like a lighter version of itself, and I quite enjoy that. A really bright note. Yeah, that's something that I use. That's wording that I use often to describe sour flavors is they're bright. Because of the way that it makes your mouth feel. Hello, synesthesia. Apparently sourdough is really good with cream cheese. I'm gonna have to try it later. Yeah, no, sourdough pretty pog. Fun fact about sourdough is that it does not have yeast in it. That is, in fact, what makes it sourdough is that it uses like a natural bacteria growth that happens when you mix like flour with water to provide the leavening for the bread. So sourdough, kind of cool, kind of neat is all I'm saying. Then yeah, so lots of taxidermy at the museum of at the American Museum of Natural History. But what I was really interested in there, and you know what I can do, dinosaurs and rocks. Which, to be fair, most dinosaur skeletons are rocks, so they've got some pretty cool dinosaurs there. But they also had a gems and minerals section I spent a lot of time in. I think in another world I would be a geologist, because I think rocks are so cool. I think rocks are so fun and so cool. And I just had a blast, like, walking it through these halls and talking about, like, you know, this one is not supposed to be too high. I had a blast walking through these halls and being like, oh, let's talk about the crystal formation of this rock and how that looks, and talking about like mica-based rocks and the way that they form sheets and the way that they do that. Oh, it's so cool. Big rocks enjoyer out here. I think we as a society don't appreciate rocks enough. Personally, that's my own personal opinion on the subject, you know. So that was fun. Really quite enjoyed that. So for me, I'm stupidly sick. I have a lecture tomorrow early morning, so if you excuse me. Well, thank you for stopping by, friend. It's so lovely to have you here, even if it's not for the whole time. I really appreciate you. So yes, get some sleep. Oh, I hope that you feel better, less sick in the morning. And yeah, it's great to be back. If you put salt on bread and squeeze a lemon, it will become sourdough. I don't think that's true. I don't wanna burst your bubble here, but I don't know that that's quite true, Jayshu. I think perhaps maybe we should talk about this. I think we're gonna have an intervention, and cause it's not really like that. I'm so sorry. It's lovely having you back too. Bye, see you soon. Well, I can talk. But yeah, no, see you soon. We'll see you later, friend. No, rocks are so cool, and they also have an exhibit on meteors and like meteorites there, and in fact they have I believe they said it's the largest piece of a meteorite that's on display in a museum. The entire thing was 23 tons. It was like maybe 10 feet across and 5 feet wide. You know, obviously very lumpy, not properly shaped, but there was a section where you could see the crystal formation of the iron. You could see the way that it, you know, the way that iron cools in space and stuff, and oh my gosh, it was so cool. Chat, the entire thing weighed 23 tons, and to keep it supported, they had these like dinner plate thick like metal support rods that were drilled down into the bedrock of the museum, like into the bedrock beneath the museum. they had this building to hold this rock up, and it was just so cool. And you get to like touch it, something that came from space, and is like, you know, crashed to your. Oh wow! You can actually like touch it and look at it and see, and oh my gosh, it was so cool. I believe hard enough it'll be sourdough. I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that's like oh no. Oh no, whatever am I going to do? My chat is saying silly goofy things again. What am I gonna do about this? Yeah, love the museum. Would highly recommend if you ever find yourself in New York City and, you know, want something fun to do. Museum Pog. Museum good. Museum a good spot to stop by. Big enjoyer of that. Also, we stopped by the area that was about like the evolution of humanity. It was so cool because the exhibit was made before the current theories about the what's it called, the joining of Homo neanderthalis and Homo sapiens. I can talk. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, there's for a while people were like, what happened to the Neanderthals? It seemed like they all just sort of died out at some point. Well, now people think that it's because Neanderthals joined human tribes and just got absorbed into the species, which is, I think, so cool. And if I had to choose something that actually happened to the Neanderthals, I think that's what I would choose, because I think that is just so cool. I think that is so cool and fun. It's like, oh my gosh, we're family. The friends along the way will be sourdough. Sourdough safety. That depends. That depends on the type of dough. Give me just a sec. Okay, I'm back. Now it really depends on the type of dough, and like what's in it. Most of the danger of eating raw dough comes from like raw ingredients and things that would normally be cooked out by the baking process. Is raw sourdough safe to eat? That's a great question I don't exactly have the answer to. My first instinct is no, because I think I'm worried about the bacteria that causes the leavening reaction. I'm really quite concerned about that. Only one way to find out. Well, not quite. There, technically, there are multiple ways to find out, such as Googling it, you know, or asking someone who studies this or something. But I know the way that you're thinking of, and I would not recommend it. I would not recommend trying it. I would not recommend attempting to figure it out that way. I think that could. I think that would fall solidly in the too silly, too goofy category. Also, oh, this is so frustrating. We did so much work on this thing, but look how close we are to the top there. Really, just a couple more thousand blocks would get us there. If we look at our statistics and times crafted, you can see that we're getting so close on time on the amount of copper that we've crafted, because it's like 131,000 is halfway. So if I had like 3,000 more blocks, I think I could finish this off. But alas, I don't have 3,000 more blocks. Raw sourdough syrup. Yes, it's advisable to use raw sourdough syrup. Some people think they feel their gut problems by eating probiotic-rich sourdoughs. Sourdough is really advisable. Raw sourdough contains uncooked flour, which can harbor harmful bacteria and other things. That's what Google said. Verbatim? Was it perhaps out of curiosity? The Google AI. Was it the Google AI is trustworthy? Yeah, Google AI real trustworthy. Ah! Sorry, buttons have been pressed. Yeah, no, I would 100% trust Google AI, and that sounds so realistic. No, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this thing though. Can you imagine that with just 3,000 blocks more, I will be halfway to the end of this project? Can you all believe that? We're gonna take a look at it from over here. Man, what a time it's been working on this. Look at that! Oh my gosh. I think we started somewhere like around over here. My goodness gracious me. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. In fact, it's trusted source. This used to mashed bristle does include the onion. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love the answers that came from onion articles. That was great. Sheesh. Guys, we're straight up popping off. If I do another big, huge, long mining expedition, we'll be able to finish this off and then get started on the next bits. Isn't that wild? Are you guys excited about that? I'm almost halfway done. I put so much time and effort into this thing. It's fine. It's fine. It's doing great. Finish the cat ears. It's cat ears. Okay, that is cute. Hold on, we gotta get a view from out over here. Yeah, it really is kind of cat ears. That's fun. Oh, that's fun. I enjoy that. Nice. Okay. Well, that's all the copper that we've got from this trip. So actually, at this point, I think we're going to be heading home. So this is gonna go in there. I'm gonna pick up those things from inventory. I used so much coal on the most recent smelt. I'm gonna have to get a lot more before the next time. So that is our current contributions to the cube. It's going well. Here, I should remove cube stream from the title of this stream now. Because you know. Yeah, a tiny shrine of the old builders with praise of the monument. I could probably do that at the end. But I think I'm gonna save building anything actually like in this area until later in the project. Man, okay. We're gonna head home in just a sec. Actually, what am I saying? We should take off from the top of the cube. That'll give us a little bit more height. But yeah, no, let's head back to my base and start figuring out our next steps. So Museum of Natural History was very cool, very fun. Oh my gosh! Oh, so there was a really funny part of the museum, of the exhibit on the evolution of humanity, where it was just like two, presumably, you know, like. Ancestors of humans, but they were very clearly still more monkey at the moment, and they were just walking upright, like just some dudes just walking like people. And I was like, I don't know if this is if they're taking artistic liberties on this or what, but they really just looked like a couple of dudes out for a stroll. And I call me crazy, but I think they might not quite be that upright yet at that point. Obviously, I don't have a biology degree or anything, but I thought it was really funny. Which Qube's base is much better than the cube? I mean, my base is, that's because I built my base to be aesthetically pleasing. I built the cube to be the overlord of my society. Watching you build your Hobbit mansion? Yeah, no, I really enjoy my Hobbit mansion. Big fan of Hobbit mansion. Oh gosh, I need gravel. Who let me decide to do that? Who let me decide to need gravel? But the base to be aesthetically pleasing to build the cube for perfection. Yeah. That's a better way to say it, Mr. Malouk. That's a better way to say it. The cube is built to embody all the things that a cube should embody. The base is built to be a home. If the cube was hollow, I would already be done. If the cube was hollow, I would already be done. I'd already very much be done. And there goes CandyBot telling me to drink some water. Okay, CandyBot. If you insist, CandyBot. Alright, CandyBot. Thank you for the reminder. Thanks, Candy Bot. Can't believe I need gravel. Ugh. Gross. But whatever. Whatever, it's fine. Keep one of Hell's Sovereign Overlords? I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I don't know if that's, you know, exactly officially a title of the Cube. I would not be surprised whatsoever. It seems right at the Cube's alley. Cube would, you know? There's one thing I know about the Cube, it's that the Cube would. So basically my plan to get gravel at this point is to go to the Nether and get gravel. I hope this plan makes sense and, you know, that the vast complexities of it are not throw you guys for a loop. I plan to go to the gravel, go to the Nether and get gravel. Given relations with Alistair? I don't think so. I don't think the Cube is related in any way to the has-been canon. Although once again, I would not be surprised considering the way that the Cube is. Considering the depravity that is the Cube here. Hey, I wanna dip to the top of the honey elevator again. I don't think I had the height to make it to the top of the area that my house is in. So we are just gonna, yep. Okay. It really is quite tall over here. And then we're actually gonna overshoot my house a little bit because I want to turn on the bee farm now that we're back in the area. So yeah, you know, I just need a little bit of height. I end up gaining a lot of height, but whatever. Okay. Here we are. We're gonna turn this bad boy on. And yeah. Next it is going to continue to produce honey for us so that I may continue working on the honey elevator as well. So, in between major mining trips like that, I do like to do a little bit of work on some other things. You know, just a little bit of work. To start, I do need some XP for my wings. And it's never bad to get glass, so we are going to just begin by picking up some glass for the Great Hall. The gravel is also going to be for the Great Hall. Like guys, I'm not looking forward to the gravel thing. I know it's silly. I know that at this point in my Minecraft career, you would really expect me to be over my whole gravel thing. But I think the unfortunate thing is I just can't get over it yet. The gravel is just so unfortunate, you know? Every time I have to interact with it, I get so upset. When did you get so many melons? I got it from my melon farm. Which is not an automatic melon farm. It's just a farm where I have a bunch of melon plants and then okay, they're not refreshing their trades, so clearly it's getting close to night. Let's see, I've been between hosts since 1823. Hey, yo. Brave Wolf! Hi! Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. I hope you are doing well. Hope you're having a fantastic time of it. I am, I'm silly goofying right now. We just finished up placing some things for the Cube, and now I'm working on my next steps. So at some point I'm going to need to do a whole ton of, I'm gonna have to see if I can find a whole ton of coal. I should probably see if I can find, like, a mountain to dismantle to try to get all the coal from. Hiya. Yes, hello. How are you doing today? Hopefully well is the answer to that. I hope you are doing well. Just gonna drop the glass off in here. We've got a decent amount of glass right now, but I know I'm gonna need more. I've got a lot of work to do. I've got so much work to do. Okay, Iron Farm is popping off. That's good. That's good news. Good news for me in particular. And what else do I need to do? Oh my gosh, I need to go. I need to. Ugh. I need to trade with some piglins. Oh my gosh, do I have like a spot that I do that in? Do I have like a thing that? Because I need more crying obsidian. Is that like? I know I don't have like a farm or anything. Through shards of very well. You? Nice. I'm doing well. Came back from a vacation recently, so I'm feeling all energized and ready to go, but also really tired because it was a long vacation. That's the class of approaches, feet of whom disobey you. I like that plan. I like that plan a lot. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, Jayshu. That sounds like a great idea. I have no moral qualms with that whatsoever. Ugh, come on! What are you? Are you a trader? Do you like to trade? Do you want to do some trading? You wanna? What? It's not 9 AM yet. Hi everyone over here. Hi everyone. Hope you're doing well. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot how much cod I have in the area. It's just, you know, get a couple of things from there. That's less. The cod is, to be quite perfectly honest, less for the emeralds and more to get rid of the vast amounts of cod that I have, because the amount of cod I have is really just ridiculous. It's crazy. I've got a guardian farm that's very efficient. And it produces cod like crazy. I probably should have another fisherman to deal with all of the cod, because it's just insane how much cod I have. Can y'all refresh your trades, please? Is it 9 AM yet? Tax villager? Oh yeah. This is the former tax villager. Now tax villager is a fisherman. You know, the problem with being the way that I am is that I've done irreparable emotional damage to myself. There may be some people in chat who remember a certain fisherman who worked in the desert. Those words will mean nothing to anyone else. Those words will mean nothing to anyone who's not there at the time. Words are pointless, but I've given myself feelings about that. I guess I can try to give you guys some references. You have a horse with no name. I don't think he did have a horse with no name. What? Show your age and reveal this. If Mr. Milk is in the area, he would definitely know what I'm talking about. This was a Mayor's Paradise moment. Oh gosh, why am I getting emotional just thinking about it? Oh my gosh, what have I done to myself? I have no excuse. I made up this character. Okay. Once upon a time, in a city in the desert, there lived a fisherman who made no sense for him to be there, because, you know, it's a desert. It's kind of hard to get fish in a desert, you know. That's kind of weird. It was really weird. What was he doing? This fisherman was the friend of a girl in the village. Her name was Margaret, and she grew up to become Madame Piggington, which will mean nothing to anyone who wasn't there at the time. The country that they were living in was at war at the time, and resources in the village were getting strained. And the person who had been placed in charge of looking after the village while the current mayor was gone, decided that the fisherman was a liability. So he was forced to stay outside during the nighttime so that his death would not technically be a murder. He was trapped outside by the guy who was, you know, looking after things at the time, and was summarily, you know, killed by was killed by a zombie. And it was an important defining event in the story of Madame Piggington. And none of this means anything to anyone. None of this means anything to anyone except for me. And you know, Mr. Malik, if you were here to mention it. And it's insane because I do this to myself, you know? It's like this means nothing to anyone else but to me, you know? Mr. Malik has been here for like since the beginning. Mr. Malik has been here. Also, we're going to the Nether because I need gravel. We're gonna put that on, and we're gonna put that there, and we're gonna. Is there anything else I need from the Nether? I mean, I might want some cobblestone. Yep, Cyborg's been here for a long time as well. Cyborg has also been here pretty much since the beginning. I think those two are the oldest members of chat. Obviously, Cyborg, you know, wasn't there for a while, so, you know, he's got, in terms of, like, actual time in chat, Cyborg's got a bit of a disadvantage there. But yeah, Cyborg and Malik. They've been here since the beginning. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up some cobblestone. Just like a stack should do it, to be honest. Okay. Alright, so we are going to run to the Nether. Only we could see 12 watch time. Is there a way to do that? Is my question. Which is API is boring, doesn't allow that. Ah, man. Since the beginning of time. I should put this on just in case. Since the beginning of time. 3-head like Mook, creation, cyborg destruction, Qube, manifestation. Honestly, yep. Sounds like us. Okay, so what we are going to do we are going to kill a ghast. And then what we are going to do is we are going to head over this way a little bit. I want to get to my netherite tunnels. Because my netherite tunnels are probably going to be the spot where it's easiest to get gravel. I might get entirely lost in there, but that would be fine. That would be chill, or whatever. I think... yeah, down there is where I want to be. So we are just going to throw on the elytra and go for a little ride. Me having that moment of panic, like, oh, did I actually put my elytra on? And clearly I did. Clearly I put my elytra on, but... no, the thoughts, man. The thoughts. Did they pictures of data house? Did they do them recap things? Yeah. Next episode of my J comes out tomorrow. Last one was deep. Oh boy, so I take it you're excited for the next episode. That's what I'm getting here. Is that you are excited? I don't really follow the storyline of MHA or anything. I've got some people I follow on Tumblr who are very into it right now. I'm always like, pop off, you know? Live your best life. You do you. Can I tell you what happened last time? Yeah, sure. If you watched the jet lag finale. Have I watched the jet lag finale? Oh my gosh. Of course I've watched the jet lag finale. It was so good. It was so incredibly good. Oh my gosh. Really? They gave us the foreshadowing all the way back in like episode 1. Oh man, yeah. No, it was so good. He dies and it's gruesome? Oh boy. I assume by the tone of voice I'm getting that that's either a really bad thing or a really good thing. Am I correct in my presumption? I wouldn't dare to presume, except I'm actually going to presume right now what that means. I feel like we're safe to talk about it. Yeah, I mean, it's been out for like, what, a week now? I feel like if you haven't watched the jet lag finale at this point, you know, then that's on you. That's on you. No, oh my gosh, I think there is a reason that Toby is the best partner that Sam's ever had, and B, you know, the only. Oh man, I wish I'd brought some gold with me. These guys would make for a great captive audience, except they do have a child with them. No, there's a reason why Toby is the queen. Geez, Sam, if you didn't know some of this stuff, I would have killed you. Sasha, of course. Gets killed by his own brother. One of the main protagonists. Todoroki can get a long way to Todoroki origin. Ayo. We love we love an origin story. We do love an origin story. Origin stories are pretty nice, you know. I myself, I myself, you know, I'm a big fan of origin stories. Really like hearing where people are coming from and all that. Can you imagine I find netherite while I'm digging out these gravel wells? I would scream. Yeah, no, there's a reason that that Toby is just the best, and it's that she is so on it with the game. Like, I feel like a lot of Sam's partners, unfortunately, don't do a great job of matching him. Like, I feel like with a lot of the jet lag partnerships, it's Sam doing a lot of these strategy, like working stuff, and the other person like helping with challenges and coming along for the ride. But no, Toby is in with the strategy. She's so good with with handling all of that. And I think again that is why she wins, is because, you know, she's an active player and has stakes and investments. I don't know. I love Toby. I love Toby. Not that I think any of the other, not that I think that any of the previous guests are bad. Not that I think they're bad. They're all, we love them all. They're lovely in their own ways. But Toby is just, I think, a cut above. Whoa! That is the dangerous part about searching for gravel in the nether. Simply, I thought he was fired, but there's only the skin portion showed his ice priest organs killing. Ah! Unfortunate. Only 2 recurring villains left, Spinner and Himiko Toga. I know one thing about Himiko Toga, and it's that there's toxic Yuri with her. And to be honest, I don't know if that's all that I need to know about the character, but I feel like it sounds like it's a pretty important part of anything, you know. You know, I think if we're gonna be real about this, knowing that a character is involved with a toxic Yuri relationship is kind of, actually no, I want to keep this. Knowing that that's a, you know, part of the character's whole deal is it's perhaps relevant. Perhaps could be important to know, if you know what I mean. Why are there so many fun poison? Jiva? I know what happens to Toga. Oh dear. Well, I guess you know. I guess you know then what happens. I'm gonna say in the most dramatic voice ever. I guess you know what happens there. Is this like right there? Is it gonna... Because the goal is not to introduce more lava to the area. The goal is actually to avoid having more lava introduced to the area. But also, I'd like more gravel, you know? If I could just avoid the areas with the lava, that'd be pretty cool. Would be pretty cool and neat, if you know what I'm saying. She wants Deku to be happy. She sees a chocolate on the brink of death. She knows that chocolates make Deku happy, so she gives her blood to a chocolate, killing herself for saving a chocolate. Oh! It's about that toxic Yuri, am I right? It's all about that. It's all about that toxic Yuri. You know, you love to hate to see it. Is what I'm gonna tell you right there. You love to hate to see it. Don't know what happened there, but probably something bad. How am I doing on gravel? I've got like 9 stacks right now. That's like decent so far. That's like decent so far, but I do think I want to be sure that I have enough gravel for like serious business, you know? Toxic Yuri, I'm back. Me and who? Hey, Corpigate, welcome back. Yeah, we're talking about Toxic Yuri in the MHA sphere. Just want to know what happens to Shigaraki, bro. I have no idea who any of these characters are, so I'm hoping you find out. I'm hoping you find out is all I'm saying. It's fun. I like when we do this because I feel like it gives me a nice little look into what it must be like for you guys when I start talking about some random thing that no one knows anything about. Because you know I'm well aware that I do that. That is a Quimby behavior that I will admit to. I just kind of think it's fun, you know, when you all are doing those. You're talking about something that I just have no idea what you're on about, and I'm just over here like, yeah, okay, interesting. No, really, for sure. Rocky main one. Oh, what's Penny got here? Strongest Batum fan, weakest Sophie enjoyer. Yes, and I'm sorry. Is there? I'm sorry. Is there? Is there something wrong with the first picture? Is there something off about that? It's coming about his own identity and stuff with as Alpha when he's trying to take over his body. Oh, unfortunate. Couldn't find any non-fanboy ones. Okay, well I'm going to drink some water. Cause water, tasty. I don't know, Penny. I don't know. I kind of feel like I kind of feel like if you were to ask me, you know, I think I quite like what that's saying about Batum enjoyers. I relate with that, you know. I feel like that's that makes sense, and I feel very seen right now. We are just gonna make our way back. I think getting like a shulker box of gravel is probably a good amount. And obviously that's gonna take some effort at this point. You know, because I'm gonna have to traverse the tunnels, as it were. I think yeah, like a stack of gravel would do the job. Or sorry, a stack of shulker boxes of gravel would do the job. Like at the very least it would do the job for sure. You know, actually I don't know that would do the job for sure. I need a lot of everything that I'm going to be using for this project. But we're mostly done. We're mostly done with the sections that that require concrete. I think getting a shulker box is really at this point more of a precaution for the future. But also, I could be critically underestimating the amount of gravel that I need again, at which point, you know, getting a little bit more probably wouldn't hurt that too badly. It's like they say in The Great Gatsby 2012, a little party never hurt nobody, so we gotta dance until we drop. And that's kind of my current attitude with being here. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to do another gravel collecting trip because it hurts my soul to be on a gravel collecting trip in the first place. So as long as I, you know, if I can get all the gravel that I would ever need for the end of this project right now, then the secret about that is that I would never need to get more of it. Right? You guys feel? You guys understand what I'm getting at here? So that's the current meta. That's the current vibe. Is if I just get enough of it right now, then maybe I'm not gonna have to get any other— a tree! Oh my gosh, where? In the nether? That's so silly. Why would a tree be in the nether? Also, hi Freddy. Pranked! I got so absolutely pranked there. Man. Can't believe you had me believing there was a tree in the nether. That does remind me though, you guys, I rewatched Lucids last week because someone at the reunion was expressed interest in seeing it. Chat, I'm not normal about lucids. I know you guys already knew that. I know this is news to approximately no one. I'm not normal about lucids. Warped forest? Yeah, those aren't trees. Those aren't trees, Penny. That is, STEM. Women in STEM. That's wrong. Speaking of rewatching stuff, I found out that Ryan High School is still back on Netflix. Yo, wait, for real? Kiss, kiss, fall in love. Ba, 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 ba. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, first of all, love that one. Ryan High School Host Club is kind of landmark, to be honest. I think it was the first anime that I watched like an entire full season of. Landmark stuff. So much it just came back today. I think. Yo, I might have to revisit that. I'm an Auron enjoyer. Auron is it's so good. It's so amazingly, incredibly good. No, big fan. Assistance is attached. Into the finale. Opinions on the getaway. I'm cautiously interested. You know, I'm such a little jet lag girly. I love the jet lag crew, but it does seem like they're going to be involved with the getaway. I know none of the guests that I know none of the people that they've invited on, so I don't have any emotional connection that way. But it seems that maybe I think I am going to watch it when it comes out. This one calls my brother's friend that he was infant and couldn't be too loudly excited. He gets a haircut at the end. It's horrendous. Oh my gosh. Ugh, when they give people haircuts. No! Oh my gosh. No. Okay, so I don't go here. I'm not a MHA watcher in any way, shape, or form. What is that? Yes, staggered releases are all at once. I hope staggered releases. I really like the television model, because then I feel like, you know, I like having the suspense built up. What? No, check out Goblin. How they got to tell some nice second. No, thank you for telling us, Freddie. That I really appreciate that information. I'm like, I've gotten in. I've got someone with eyes on the ground. Did you see Nebula now has a full blown film? But they know I've had films before. I feel like that's something that I would just expect from Nebula, is them having like films of some sort. Is that a new unusual thing? Check Jen again. Oh no. Before and after. What? They made him into a lawn. Into a grass lawn. Before he was just a little guy with interesting colored hair, and now my sheep are gonna graze on him. Maybe that one night of the coconut. Yeah, that's actually legitimately the one I was thinking of. Because I was like, isn't there like the one with the coconut? They made him into the sheep are Deku, get out of there! The sheep are gonna graze on you. Get out of there, King! The sheep, they're gonna graze. They're gonna graze on you. You've been transformed into the lawn, and the sheep aren't gonna know the difference. Get out of there, man! Get out of there! You deserve more than this. I'm talking about big promo Vanderman. I haven't been on Nebula in like a week or two since the finale came out. But no, that was 2 weeks ago. The finale came out 2 weeks ago. I've been on Nebula in like 2 weeks, so I know nothing about anything they've got going on. Had to get because of the scar from his head ripping open the final battle. He lost his quirk. They turned him into a lawn. They turned him into a grass lawn. They turned him into Mr. Grassman. This is so sad. Again, I don't go here, but I cannot believe that they would turn him into Mr. Grassman like that. That is so unfortunate. Mr. Grassman himself, you know? Oh, there goes Kitty. Look, I need to drink some water. Alright. I actually don't think I can click on that link, Penny, because I don't think I'm logged onto Nebula on this computer. The question of NJ is served Deco being number 1 here, but lost correct. How the heck? I mean, I'm sure they'll pull something out. I'm sure they'll pull something out if, you know, maybe perhaps with the power of friendship. I don't know. I don't go here. I don't know if that's like a thing. I don't know if that's a thing that happens in this spot. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they if they pull something out so that he's still the number 1 Mr. Guy, except he's number 1 Grassman right now. How is he gonna be the number 1 hero when he's number 1 Mr. Grassman? This is so sad. This is so sad and unfortunate. Can't believe they'd Grassman him like that. Again, I don't even go here. Turn my boy into a lawn. Chickens are gonna go scratching for bugs in his hair. They're gonna be like, oh boy, oh boy, an area with green growing things for me to scratch in. This is fantastic news. And I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be like, no, stop, don't do that. No, why would it be this way? And yeah, of course. I knew I was gonna find ancient debris looking for gravel. I knew this day would come. If it's a 2, I swear. Okay, it looks like it's just a 1. Looks like it's just a 1, folks. Crisis averted. We're okay. It's just a 1. This is everything's fine. It was false alarm. False alarm. Everything's fine. Everything is a-okay. And yeah, okay, that's a shulker box. Of course, while I'm in the area now that I'm here, I'm like, I can see this gravel, so I should pick it up right now. Spend at the start of season 4 here to go up in the charts for their contribution to society. Even if you literally took on the worst villain ever, maybe that's how you got to number 1. Oh, maybe. Description just triggered all of my sensory signals. The description of the chickens. To be clear, the description of the chickens? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Cause I tell you, that's a prophecy right there. That's exactly what's going to happen. I know nothing about anything that happens in the series, but I promise you that that's what's going to happen. The bugs? Yeah. Well, so the thing about chickens that I feel like people don't really understand is that chickens are hell monsters that will take anything green and will destroy it for their own selfish desires. So it's like if you've got chickens or anything, watch out, because they're gonna do that to you. If they perceive you as grass, they're gonna do that to you in particular. Scratching around. Well, I'm sorry I triggered your sensory signals. I just think why would they make him a lawn? You know? Why on earth would they make him into a lawn? That's so sad and unfortunate. I'm just shocked that they would do that. Get ready for trying to make it back out. We'll see if I can remember the path out of here. I kind of doubt that I will make it easily. One step everyone's favorite broccoli boy though. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if we can call him everyone's favorite broccoli boy. Cause my favorite broccoli boy is Mob from Mob Psycho 100. I thought Moon was online. No, that's so sad. It would be so great if Moon was online. Cause yeah, so my favorite broccoli boy is Mob from Mob Psycho 100. You know, I'm a big oh wait, there's gravel right here, but I don't trust that. That could be lava. Cause Mob, my beloved, you know, I'm sure you understand. I'm sure that description means what I intend it to mean to every single person here. But yeah, no, why'd they do this? Why'd they make him a lawn? So she's gone for a few days? Ah, rip. Rip, unfortunate. Check Jen. I'll take a look. Do you trust this guy? Well, no, see, I don't know anything about that guy. I don't know what's going on with that man. I feel like asking me to trust people based entirely off of a first impression of appearances is always going to be a no, because I just don't trust anyone when I first meet them. You know, I meet people and I go, and then I interrogate them about their whereabouts when President Kennedy was assassinated. And their answers on that will ultimately not change anything about how much I trust them, but it's good information to have, you know. It's just sort of a good idea to keep tabs on where they were when President Kennedy was assassinated. I think we as a society need to think more about that, where we all were when President Kennedy was assassinated. Oh, there's a yeah, okay, here it is. I knew there was a route up higher. This is the path we want to take. It's been a hot second since I've been down this path of the nether, you know? Been a little bit of time, as it were. Ah. Can I please? Thank you. Alright, let's go back to the surface. Let's not die on our way back to the surface, and then sort of move from there. But not dying is kind of my first step here. I would very much like to not die here. So we're just gonna sort of just like zoom through that all. I see, nether fog is so frustrating because when I got here, I went all the way that way looking for a fortress, and then there was just one right over there that I could have seen without nether fog the first time. This is why I'm not playing 121 until Optifine is out for it. The JK shooter was a weather balloon. I'm always saying this. Exactly! See, Qube is on it. Is everyone the worst villain in the show? Worst as in worstest guy, or worst as in worstest, or like least best villain? Good answer. Good answer. I respect that, honestly. I respect that. I don't know if I trust it, but I respect that. Check Gen. Right. Let me enter my home. And realize I have entirely too much netherrack. Just shove that right there. I'll smelt it eventually. And eeps. And then I will check Gen. And then I'll check Gen. You know, I just think if we don't know where our neighbors were during the JFK assassination, can we really trust them? I think that sounds like a great time to throw everyone into a whole bunch of like confusion and you know, suspicion. Let's play game hero or villain. Once again, you're asking me to make snap judgments based off of people just by appearance, which I do absolutely do, because everyone does this, and if they tell you that they don't, they're lying. That sometimes people are just better at training themselves to look past that. Oh, and Penny wants to know where's more sponsors. Alright. That person, just judging off of the framing, I'm gonna say villain. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're taking a little break. We're taking a little break, fellas. Penny is redeeming an award from our sponsors, so I'll see you all in a minute and a half. Grab some water, stand up a little bit, you know, get a snack or something. See you soon. Well, hello everyone who didn't get an ad. I hope you're doing well today. Hope you're vibing. I'm going to drink some more water. And now I'm going to stand up. Let's play a game called Is My Bat Going to Pop? And it did a little bit, but I don't think loud enough for you guys to hear. Doing good job with me. Did I get it? Net shield baby. Oh, that was my leg. That was my leg popping. Ultimately, it is okay, but that's a former hero, now villain lady Nagant. Oh, nice. Nice. See, judging people off of appearances, I'm like, I don't know if other countries, but generally, like, framing and lighting, I think, tell us a bit more of a story and visuals, storytelling like this. Currently in the process of digging out a 1.20.6 chunk. Nice. Poggies, big enjoyer of that. Love to dig out a chunk, I will say. There's just something about creating a chunk error that is just so fun, so enjoyable, honestly. Sorry if I'm a little quiet. I am just sort of standing in the middle of my room right now, just doing little stretchy exercise things. Because I figure if I'm gonna take a break, I may as well, I don't know, have blood circulation at the end of it. I think that will be the end of our little break. Anyone who is gone should be back at this point. Alright. Let's find a place for all of these things that I'm holding. I think I've got a bunch of quartz. I think I have more quartz over here. I like to keep it in its raw form until I find out exactly what I'm gonna do with it. Because who knows, what if I want to make, like, I don't know, redstone materials or something. So we're started 1.20.6, we're not on 1.20.1 for support because we became a mod server. I even recommend 20 mods for it sometimes. Ayo! Sounds like a good time. Sounds like a good, enjoyable time to me. Where do I keep nether gold? Do I keep nether gold over here? Oh no, I know I keep nether gold somewhere. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, I keep it right here. Woo! Close one. But it's fine. We got him. I'm gonna need more glowstone too. That's the other thing I'm supposed to be trading for right now is I need more crying obsidian. I need crying obsidian for the downstairs, but then I also need glowstone because okay. I'm about to explain this spookiest thing, and I'm honestly so glad I'm not doing this section in hardcore anymore. Do you see all these? These are respawn anchors. The one back there is just crying obsidian, just for aesthetics, and I need enough crying obsidian that I can replace all that. But I was doing the anchors first. I'm going to charge all of these when I'm done with. It probably is the last thing I do in this entire haul, so that I don't have to worry about hitting one of them accidentally while I'm doing something else. But I need mounds of glowstone because it's going to take 4 to power each of these to the fullest to get the effect that I want. Check gen. I'll take a look. Okay, this guy. Round 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, first guy, hero. Second guy, you know, I feel like this one's bait, but I am going to say villain. Next guy, I'm gonna say villain. Last one, I'm gonna say hero. I have no basis for that one, and my instincts are telling me that probably actually a villain, but I just feel like I said villain a lot there. So I just you know, even if it's wrong, I wanna give someone the benefit of the doubt. Alright, we are going to put this gravel away. Because I've got so much gravel. I mean, really I should keep some of that out because I need to make myself some more concrete, like, right now. I figure, you know, it won't hurt to just drop off, like, some, right? It's not gonna hurt to just put some of this away. Like that, see? You know, that's great. Now I've got that there and a couple of stacks here. That's enough stacks that I could actually make a full round of gravel if a full round of concrete pad if I wanted to. Hero, villain, really? Yeah, I told you I was bad at this. Actually, life makes sense now. No trust issues. I'm just using zero trust security. Yes. Certainly. Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know if this realization means something that I should be thinking about. Do I have gravel anywhere in here? Okay, I've got a bit of gravel here. It can go right there. No gravel in there though. Which means that this shulker box can go back in there. I should trade out my helmet. And then get my toolbox out so that I can put my gold helmet away. And then let's figure out if I've got enough gray dye to make gravel, or to make concrete powder. I'm gonna show King Orcas here that looks like a villain. That second gun pictures that looks like a villain, talks like a villain. Okay, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. It's, okay, we've got. Is it nighttime or is it raining? I feel like it's raining. Ah, yep, that's rain. That's rain right there. Yep, alright. And then we've got this. Beep, bop, beep, bop, beep, bop. And then I need sand. I think I'm keeping my sand back over. No. Yes, I'm keeping sand over here. Yes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crafting table. Gray concrete powder. Boom. Got him. So let's let's head downstairs and get this concrete powder placed out. I think that will be a good little project for me to be working on right now, is getting the concrete powder done. Yeah. And I don't think that I've made too much. Like 8 stacks feels like a lot right now. But I think that if we look at the future, then we can see that Tally is barking, which is clearly a sign that I have successfully estimated the amount of concrete powder that I need. It's kind of funky how that works, you know. I don't really understand the science behind it myself, but everyone knows. Everyone knows that quite clearly. Tally is the indicator for that. I think they've 1.5 base mates, so I have to do this before they log on. Ah, rip. I have to use this base play a lot better than a cutesy little base. Oh, we do love a cutesy little base. We do love a cutesy little base. I'm going to take some steak. And then I would like to start from up here where, you can see on these ones, these 4, that it goes all the way up and down. Okay. Ah! Don't worry about it, it's fine. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. No problems here. No problems whatsoever. Okay. Coal. Hang on. Oh, I need so much coal. Can you guys believe that I used like more than a shulker box's worth of coal on that last big smelt? Like, I can absolutely believe it because I know the kinds of numbers that I work with. But sheesh, oh my goodness. I'm gonna be broke by the end of this. I'm gonna be so incredibly broke by the time I finish this whole thing. I'm gonna be flat out, completely, irreversibly broke. Not irreversibly, because it's not that hard to stop being broke in Minecraft. It's definitely gonna be an effort to stop being broke. I'll have to be like, hey you there, why are you broke? Stop doing that. It's unseemly. It's unseemly behavior. Get out of there. I'm gonna have to be like, oh yes, I'm so sorry, sir. Oh, Lord, hi. Welcome on in. Whose carbon footprint is as big as Indonesia? Bigger? Oh, well, maybe I should. Thinking bigger seems like it could be a good idea. You know, I think yeah. You know, what if I just What if I'm not just broke? What if I'm bankrupt by the end? That's thinking bigger, right? That's what you meant when you said think bigger? That's what you were asking me to do? Good song, I will say. Now, the big question for me at this point in time is going to be lighting issues with this big ol' hunk of junk in the middle of everything. I want to look at my other side of things to see if I had other similar lighting issues there and if I did anything about it. But it's quite dark on this side of things, considering the again just massive thing in the middle of it. I'm gonna have to think very carefully about that. Just pop, pop. Okay. This band poverty. Yo, that's so true. I can for sure make you bankrupt. Just open some all accounts, do some back and forth a little bit of ID theft and all that. Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I have no doubt about your ability to make me broke, but you know, it's just sort of the principle of the thing. It's the ethics of it all. Actually, well, I've got some stone on hand. I'm gonna go trade it for emeralds. I need to be stockpiling emeralds for when I inevitably need to get the massive amounts of glowstone that I'm going to need by the end of this project. Very nice. Because let me tell you, it's gonna be massive amounts of glowstone. So we're making a little stockpile there, and it's fine. Alright, but I'm committing war crimes. Joke's on you! That would just be a video of me creating war crimes. Joke's on you. Joke's on you. I could do that anytime I want. I thought it starts tapping in faster on computer. Oh no. I've created a monster. I'm gonna get as much of this placed out as I can. And then I'm going to sleep. Then it is going to be sleepy nap time for me. Or sleepy nap time for Quimbies, as it were. This baby committing war crimes. I wouldn't go that far. I don't know if I... Well, I don't know. So the thing about that is that when you really consider, I just, oh, look over there. I'm camouflaging. No one can find me here. Starts a crystal talking computer. Whose bank account is 0? Dang it! Well, I wouldn't go. No, I don't know. No, that would be a bit silly. I think we're silly goofying right now. We're just so entirely silly goofying at this moment in time that I don't know if it's even worth talking about this. I've also come to the realization that I probably don't need to do that last layer because it's gonna get covered by. That's gonna get covered by the. Okay. Dang it! I think I've been more. Oh no. I think I've jumped a step. I think I'm. Okay, so we're putting that away. We're putting this away. I need to go find a geode, and I need to mine out all of the. Basalt. Didn't even do anything yet. Well, no. And so I think the really important thing for us to remember is that a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and that x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And I think that if we can't remember that, then I think that we've lost our way as a society. You know? I think it's a truth universally acknowledged that a man in possession of great fortune must be in want of a wife. I don't think we talk about this enough. You know? I think there's a clear and obvious lack that we aren't discussing at this moment in time. And it's the state of things is it's real bad out there. Who wants to go mine? Who wants to go pick up some melons? Who wants to go pick up some melons so I can heal up my shovel? I know that I could just break a furnace, But the thing about that is that I'm actually I'm hoarding all of the XP in my furnaces because I think it's gonna be really funny to just break them all someday and see how absolutely insane the levels I get from it are. Now, how is my cactus farm doing? Let's check. Ah, would you look at that? There it goes, being a cactus farm. Ah, you love to see it. What's it called me? Yeah, what's up, Lord? Oh, I know I'm a nerd, Jishu. We don't have to keep rehashing this. Dang it! I asked the question so naively, so blissfully unaware of what was heading my way. And you're stinky? Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, I mean, fair is fair. We just got back from placing a whole ton of copper in the hot sun and then going to hell. So probably true. I don't think I've showered yet after going to hell. So honestly, probably true. Probably just straight up true about that. I have so many things to do. And of course, and yes, certainly. Oh yes, certainly. Oh yes, certainly, of course, Lord. Yes, no. How could I forget? How on earth could I forget? That is that's you're so right about that. To be I don't know, I didn't think of that before. That's on me. That's on me. I take full responsibility. Soon, really good one. No, I go for whatever new. Yep. Oh, read the first letter. Never gonna. Never. What is that? Never gonna give you up. Get for a cold nerd. Yeah. Yeah. We're no strangers to love. Oh gosh. You know the rules, and so do I. That's so low for me. I started that entirely too. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. I didn't have enough breath support to do the pop princess voice there on that one. We're really just not in a good way at the moment. And rather unfortunately, we're kind of in it now. I think yep. Bop. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I gotta go. Well, thank you for stopping by, Lord. Very much appreciate having you here. It's good to see you after the infinitely long hiatus I was on there. It really felt so long, you guys. The tree, oh my gosh, where? Where? In the underground, oh my gosh. No, it really feels like it was ages. Like, I know logically that was just a little under a week and a half, but man, I don't know if you guys felt like it was forever, but I felt like it was forever there. I felt like I was gone just ages and ages. Okay, I'm missing. Yes, good. Yes, okay, all right. The glowberries, that's true. Although I don't know that would necessarily count the glowberries as a tree, because they. Oh no! The trap I found myself in. If I explained the taxonomy that would make it not a tree, then then I'm gonna get called a nerd. But if I don't explain it, then we're left thinking that the glowberries are trees, which is just simply not correct. Space News calling you. Oh. Good luck, Penny. Good luck with that. Wishing you all the best on that front. No, but so glowberries aren't a tree, they're a vine because they don't start from the one central sprout and grow up. the tree nerd paradox, and there goes Candy Bot Hunter. Dang it, I got, the nerd. Yep. I chose nerd on that one. To be honest, I'd probably choose nerd, like, no matter what. I feel like it's better to be called, better to be called a nerd than to let the misinformation about trees stand there, you know? I am like the soldier in the meme of the soldier protecting the sleeping child from like bullets and stuff. And that's just me protecting you guys from misinformation. I'm like, stop! No! Don't do it! Please! Ah! What if I just smashed my face into the fire? Have I arrived just late enough that these guys aren't gonna refresh their traits again today? Well, that's really unfortunate for me. Better to be called a nerd than to just sit there. You guys know I'm a nerd. You guys literally know I'm a nerd. This is nothing new at this point. You guys should be surprised. Oh, I just heard Bowser noises. Sorry, but imagine you're just existing and then all of a sudden you hear Bowser noises. If you or any of your loved ones have been victimized by Bowser noises, you may be entitled to financial compensation. I'm proud. I just can't win on this one. I just can't win. There's nothing I can do there. There's nothing that I could say to be taken seriously at this point. All right, and yeah, it's good to have a little bit of glowstone buildup. Okay. So what we've learned is that I can't do the concrete powder over here yet because I need the smooth basalt first. So that's what we're gonna do first. Bowser about to huff and puff and blow your great hall down. No, Bowser, please! Please, Bowser! I've worked so hard on it. It's the product of months of building. Please, Bowser! Bowser, please, no, Bowser! What have I done to deserve this? Like the hit Pet Shop Boys song. What have I done to deserve this? What have I done to deserve this? It's a good song. Pet Shop Boys is rather underrated here in America, I would say. They were a lot bigger in Europe, so maybe some of our local Europeans would know, would actually know about Pet Shop Boys. Yeah, that's doing right here. I do think I'm gonna need to turn this off for my lethal expedition. Unless, what if I don't? You know, hot take. What if I don't leave it on? What if I do leave it on? What if I just leave it here and then as an experiment? You know, I've got the bottles here aren't going to get disappeared because they're already in the chest. So I could just go and then, yeah. All right, we're gonna take it for a test drive out here. We'll take it for a little test drive and see what happens if I leave it. Okay, a big stretch there. So I'm gonna leave that be, and now I'm going to desperately try to remember where any geodes are. I might have a few in coordinates. I do think it's always a good first step to try this one here. I'm pretty sure I've gotten all of the basalt from it, but it's always a good idea to try, right? Are you a mother of three, perchance? I mean, not at this moment, but like I could get in character if we need me to. If we need me to be. I'm quite skilled at getting character for many things. Oh, there's also some gravel here. I don't think that's not a good spot for me to be right now, but like future Quimpy stuff. So we're gonna go to the one geode that I reliably know where it is. I'm 90% certain I've already gotten all of the basalt from it, but we're just gonna check and see, you know? We're just gonna take a little look. We're just gonna We're just gonna go check it out, right? We're just gonna see. I remember when I dug out this whole thing. I still keep meaning to put water in the bottom there, but I have not done it yet. It's over this way, I think. Could be wrong. No, it's over this way. Okay. Could what? I could get in character. I could, you know, if I'm really good at playing pretend. Yes, I have completely dug out this entire spot. Okay. Let's play the game. How do I get out of here? I think this is not the way to do it, but oh, unless it is. Oh no, it definitely is the way out. Okay. This means I'm going to have to work for this. Okay. I know Penny's battling the basement demon, but like, sometimes people just have stuff going on, you know? Sometimes it really just do be like that. Alright, we are going to pop on the wings. And we are going to spend the 3 rockets that it takes to get out of there. And I'm going to try to remember where any other geodes are. Actually, we're going to take a little pit stop here on this tree. I'm going to take off my shield because it's bothering me. I might have some coordinates for some geodes. They're all probably underground. But I've got amethyst spawner. That's kind of cool. Amethyst cluster. Okay, I've got one at 94, -7, -239. That's close. That's close. I could go there. Okay. It's gonna be that way and that way. It is underground quite a bit at -7, but that is going to be fine. Oh, nope, it's definitely this way. Right? No, this way. It's definitely this way. Okay, it's fine. Oh boy, it's fine, it's fine. You're looking at... Okay. Nope, I need to go straight this way now. -239. I actually need to go a little bit more this way. What? Am I just expecting myself to dig down here? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This is closer than I thought it was. Okay. Manual adjustments are going to be necessary. Okay. What way am I traveling right now? The wrong one. I need to be traveling this way. Okay, 94 and -239. So theoretically, it's like 100 blocks straight down from here. Do I feel like just digging straight down today? I mean, it's to be honest, it's probably gonna be my best bet for a quick and easy amethyst cluster. Is to just go down. Who knows? Maybe I'll find some coal along the way, right? I'm leaving my wings on just in case I unexpectedly fall down a pit. But I'm gonna do this so that I can get my my chest plate on quickly if I need to, and I've got torches on hand to you know, prevent any unfortunate accidents from happening. So we're just gonna go down quite a bit. Ooh, see, I knew I'd run into some coal. Which it's not that unusual. It's not like an unusual block to run into. I'm just so very much out of coal at this moment, you know? I just kind of desperately need a big investment in coal in my life. Oh gosh, I'm investing in fossil fuels. I need this win today. Right? I just need a win. Oh, I want this. Okay, yeah, we're gonna okay. Gotta keep our progression linear. Okay. How about am I already? 93. Okay, we're making it. We're making it. We are, as they say, making it. Let's see. What do I want music-wise? Let's do this. Tunes. And we're cool. All right. I will literally never say no to coal at this point in my life. It's like maybe I'll get to a point where I'll say no again to coal like later. But we're just not there yet. We're just not there like emotionally, you know? I don't think any of us are ready for that. Smooth basalt is one of those resources where I feel like I don't think about it that often, but it's so good for what it is used for. But yeah, it's not ever in the forefront of my mind, so I never collect it when I'm on the go. Like I never see a geode and go, oh boy, time to stop and collect a whole ton of smooth basalt. But then it's like when you need it, you know? All right, we are. Oh no. That was dripstone. Okay. This could be dangerous. This could be dangerous for me in particular. I'm not expecting it to be that, you know. I'm pretty sure I've mined most of the significant dripstone caves around this area. You know, I'm pretty certain about that. But the oh boy. If I will never say no to coal, I am legally required to pick up copper. So this could be a major detour. This could unfortunately be kind of a big deal. I don't remember where I've come at this point. Oh, it was over here somewhere. Okay, well we're just gonna. Oh boy. Okay, so hi everyone. I hope you're having a great time today. I hope you are hope you're enjoying yourselves. Hope you're having a great time. Yeah, I'm doing well. You know, really having a great go of it, to be honest. It's been a pretty solid day so far. You know, did some work on the Qube. Got some things figured out for the Great Hall. Picked up some gravel. Okay, so I don't think it's going to turn into a major mining expedition. At the very least, I do not think it's going to turn into a major mining expedition. But we are in dripstone cave territory, which means that unless this is the smallest dripstone cave known to man, I'm legally required to check this out and light it all up, you know. And hey, maybe ends around the next bend, right? Maybe we're gonna scooch a little bit and then just sort of immediately run into the ending of all of this. That'd be kind of cool, right? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Oh, okay. I was getting myself ready to lampshade like an entire cave system. I was getting ready to really push hard on the whole, you know, like, oh, and then today we're just gonna check out a cave system thing. Oh, I've just thought of something. Okay, so it might still not be that bad I did hear zombie noises that I didn't find any zombies for. So it might not. It could still be fine. It could still be fine. It could still be a-okay, all right. I do think I'm gonna have to check out the zombie sounds though. But hey, you know what's a little bit of mining between friends? Am I right? You know what's a little bit of you know what's a little bit of cave exploration at this point? That's that yeah. I'm like, no, I just got out of the mines. I just escaped. I just escaped the caves, but to be honest, I should be well aware at this point that as much as you know, as much as it can make problems for me right now, my base is in Dripstone Cave territory, which means that sometimes when I'm digging, I'm doing big dig projects, I am going to run into dripstone. I'm going to run into dripstone. And that is a fact of life for me. Why can I not make that jump? It's, oh my gosh, I can't make that jump. It's ever so slightly too tall. There we are. Yeah, sometimes digging straight down is going to result in consequences like this, and it doesn't seem like it's too bad. Like, obviously I do need to check out those zombie noises. But having copper is a good thing. Having copper is a good thing, and yeah, it's we're popping off. Beep. Also, I don't need dirt. I think the zombie is below me. Yeah, I'm like 90% certain that it's below me right now. Okay, let's get some things blocked up. To be honest, hey, could be good to get some copper here, right? Could be nice. Okay, so I'm gonna be a bit quieter for just a minute. No, it's not below me. It might even be above me. Unless... does sound louder when it's over here. Is it above me? Okay, we're checking this out. No, okay, is it to the side? Oh, this sounds promising. Okay. Where are you? Oh, cool. Wait, did that sound a little louder just now? Hold on. Hearing the lava noises too. It's tricky. Tricky. Oh, I'm seeing dripstone. Ah, yep, there we go. There we go. I told you it was below us. I told you. Okay. Let's play the game, find a safe route down. To be honest, I kind of wonder... No, I don't think my, I don't think that my stairway that I was making earlier would hit it. I think the best move for me is gonna be, yeah, there's a wall over here that I can dig to. Yep, okay, okay, okay. And then at this point I can start going down. Listen, I gotta check it out at least, right? You know, even if I wasn't expecting cave exploration in my plans today, I gotta just check it out. It's a dripstone cave. It's gonna have copper. It's high up enough that it's got like good coal spawns as well. And who knows, maybe I run into the amethyst after while I'm there. After I kill this creeper. Okay, alright. There we go. We are going to rearrange my inventory slightly. I'm going to drop some stone so that I have a good amount of inventory space. And yeah, we're not in great straits for cave exploration. I am probably low on food, and I'm probably low on food, probably low on wood. But you know, okay, so this does connect to a previously explored area, which is good news for me. That's legitimately good news for me because it means I'm not running into an entire separate system. I'm running into an area that I just didn't spot earlier. Whoop. And pardon me, sir. Pardon me, sir. And who knows, maybe I can use this cave system to get closer to the amethyst cluster that I was looking at earlier, you know? I've got options. I've got options at this point. Let's do, while we've got a quiet moment, let's take quick stock of my supplies. Okay. I have half a stack of spruce logs and no food. So I'm not expecting this to be a big deal. Half the 38 steak that I've got on hand should do it, to be honest. Unless I do discover, you know, just some depths of previously unexplored cave. But I don't think I will. I think this really is just an upstairs portion of the cave that I've already explored that I didn't get to. That I just somehow missed. Which means that I'm gonna get some copper, I'm gonna get some coal, probably gonna fight a couple more mobs here and there. And then it will be back to geo time. I keep thinking I'm hearing spiders, but then I think it's actually just music. I should light that up before exploring, before getting too invested in resource collection. Yeah, see, just a little cave. It's just a little cave spot. It's a-okay, alright. There is admittedly a part of my mind right now that is just sort of utterly convinced that I am going to run into an entire cave tunnel system. So I'm trying to get myself emotionally prepared for that. That's why I'm holding back a little bit in the things that I say and do, is because you know who really knows what'll happen once we've entered a cave like this. Maybe I'll run into an amethyst that I didn't have on my quartz sheet, you know? That could also be nice. That would be an efficient use of my time and resources here. Would be to run into that, you know? Could pick up copper and stuff at the same time. The same time as getting the basalt that I need. Amethysts are not that uncommon in dripstone caves like this. They're not that uncommon. One of these. Ugh, gravel. Now see, if I was still looking for gravel, this would be great. But unfortunately, for the gravel, I finished that up, like, you know, like an hour ago or something, so... Sorry, gravel. You're not in the cards for today. Not for right now. Okay. Just want to check to make sure, like, that area looks pretty well explored. That looks like I did a good job earlier, so I'm not gonna investigate downward. I'm just gonna I'm gonna just take what's up here, not poke my nose where it doesn't belong, and then we're gonna get back to geode hunting. I do have to make sure no mobs are gonna spawn here though. One thing I will say about these little expeditions that I'm making, you know, about the little digs down and cave stuff that I'm finding, is it does, it is actually very helpful to get more caves and stuff lit up. It might make it, I might at some point run into the effect where I'm lighting up so much caves and stuff that any caves that I do find are going to be vastly more dangerous. But for now, I think it's... I think it's mostly a safety thing right now, you know, where having more caves is gonna lit up is going to make my life just a little bit safer. Normally, unless I run into an ultra dangerous cave, that obviously will not be safer, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh my gosh, I've just realized we didn't finish talking about New York earlier. So, went to a museum. That was cool. Big enjoyer of the museum. But then that evening I went to a musical because you can't be in New York City without going to a musical. I firmly protest that is a requirement of any trip you make there. And I had not seen Moulin Rouge before. I've never seen the movie or the play version, and so I decided that I wanted to go see it. And I was very impressed by Moulin Rouge, actually. Like I know it's a big spectacle show, and like all that aspect was really fun too. But I think my favorite part of Moulin Rouge was it made such a realistic theater environment. Is I think really the takeaway for me there, as someone who, you know, used to work in a theater and has spent a long time in theater spaces, there was just something so deeply heartwarming about seeing these sorts of relationships between like the cast and stuff on stage itself. It's the type of story that would be really easy to do poorly. Or to over-exaggerate something that you shouldn't, or to, you know, or to, just to overall make a mess of it. But they really just put so much care and thought into the side characters. Not to the point that, you know, they were stealing the show or anything, but I felt like I was... Some of the things that they would do and say, like there's a part where a character who does not like another character, like the side character doesn't like one of the main characters, but she still warns her about something she's doing that's dangerous, because it's like, listen, I may not like you, but we are a theater family, and that means that we look out for each other. Like, so, you know, would I be sad if tomorrow they asked me to play the leading role instead of you? No, but you know, you deserve to not get yourself into something that you can't get yourself out of. And that's just, it's very, once again, the, very realistic to my experience as a person who engages in these spaces. Also thought they added a lot of fun nuance to, to the character who is the owner of the Moulin Rouge Club. I guess if you don't know the story of the Moulin Rouge Club, of Moulin Rouge, the musical, It's a musical of a movie by the same name that was made in like 2000, early 2000s or something. And thank you, Candybot, for the reminder to drink water. Yes, alright. Directed by Baz Luhrmann, it's part of his Red Curtain trilogy, which I am a big fan of. The first movie in the trilogy, Strictly Ballroom, is one of my favorites. I'd never actually seen Moulin Rouge before. It's a jukebox musical, which isn't always my favorite thing. I feel like jukebox musicals are really, once again, easy to do poorly. Not by any fault of necessarily the story itself, but just by having music that is not originally intended for it, you know. Whoop, did not mean to do that, but here we are. But yeah, so jukebox musicals I am always a little wary of. But I think they did a good job with this one. You know, song choices felt good and neat, and like they made sense for the characters and the story. Nothing felt like it was just sort of like a cash grab with that. So yes, the jukebox aspect of the musical gets the Quimby stamp of approval. So I'm digging this out to match my staircase patterning a little bit nicer. And then okay, so did a really good job of making this the environment. Oh, I'm telling you guys the synopsis right now. There's a club called the Moulin Rouge, which is a real club in France, and it is the birthplace of the can-can. If you didn't know that about the can-can or the Moulin Rouge, it's this, you know, it's a nightclub. It's all sordid and sexy, and you know, the can-can was quite the scandalous dance for its time, considering that it involved, you know, women showing their entire legs as part of it. So it's a whole big thing. And there's this performer at the Moulin Rouge. Her name is Satine, and she's their headliner. She's the sparkling diamond of the Moulin Rouge. I have found myself in exactly what I was afraid of earlier, a twisting cave system. This could be bad news. And you know, she's great. We love Satine. We'll get back to her later. There's also a group of people called the Bohemians. Again, real from this time period. People who are obsessed with the ideals of, I believe it's truth, beauty, something, and love. Don't remember exactly, but the Bohemians want to put on a play of the Moulin Rouge, where the Moulin Rouge is struggling financially, and currently their only hope for, you know, managing to survive is by gaining the patronage of this guy who is a duke, who is very rich. He's a very rich duke, and so the owner of the club has set up a meeting between the duke and Satine, in hopes that she'll be able to seduce him, so that you know, so that they can continue to have the club. Oh, stop! Why is it? Okay. So all that is going on, but then there's also Christian, who is an upstart newcomer to the city. He's coming from Ohio. Yes, Ohio in the States. It's kind of a whole thing. But so he's coming from Ohio, trying to find himself, and he's a songwriter. And the Bohemians immediately adopt him into their little troupe, and are like, "You are going to write the songs for this play that we are writing, that we want to put on at the Moulin Rouge. And in fact, we're going to take you to the Moulin Rouge tonight, have you meet with the main performer, and you're going to convince her to convince the owner of the club to put on our play." So they go to the Moulin Rouge. They watch the performance. And afterward, they sit directly across from the Duke in the balconies. So when Satine is talking to the owner of the club about the Duke, the owner says he's up there on the balcony. She looks at Christian. He looks at the Duke, and there's a whole little mess of of mistaken identities here, where Satine thinks that Christian is the Duke, and I was a little worried how far they was going to take that, because you know a mistaken identity play can be fun, but I feel like there are limits on that. But not to fear, I feel like they handle it pretty well. The reveal happened decently early. You know, there wasn't too much of identity shenanigans with this, but long enough. But it's kept hidden long enough that Satine kind of maybe picks up some feelings for Christian, which is dangerous because she needs to not do that so she can keep seducing the Duke. You know, whole big mess there. But then she does meet the Duke, and he's like, "Yep, you're pretty neat and sexy and cool. I think I would like to get involved with the club." Christian is like, "That's fine. We'll just have an affair. You can have your whole thing going on with the Duke, and then we'll just, you know, have an affair on top of that." But so the Duke buys controlling interest in the club. It was a chilling scene. Oh my gosh. And I feel like they did a wonderful job with the leader of the club. His name is Harold. And it would be really easy to make his character bad as well. Like, it would be really easy to make him a villain who's pushing Satine to do this thing for the club, and he's denying the power of love and her feelings and stuff. But no, they do a really good job of making it, again, a really accurate theater environment. He's here just along with the rest of them. He is as much of a degenerate and he's as much of a degenerate and you know, and a misfit as all the rest. You know, no matter that he is the owner of the club, people like the Duke will see no difference between Harold and the rest of them, and Harold is very aware of that. And he's also like very much just Satine's friend, which I think is, again, very accurate to the theater environments that I have experienced in my life. Is that even the people who are quote unquote in charge, unless they're absolute jerks, like you know, like a certain owner of a theater I'm thinking of, unless they're absolute jerks, they'll usually be as in it with the rest of everyone else, you know. But so they decide to have this affair, and then, oh, by the way, another important thing to know about Satine is that she is currently dying from consumption. Yes, that's right, she is dying from consumption. But she has not told anyone because she knows that the financial well-being of the club depends on her ability to perform and to, you know, and to keep the Duke interested. So she can't be sick. She can't be ill. She can't do this because everyone is relying on her to you know, save the club. They did a fantastic job of making her storyline complex, and there was a lot of empathy for her in it, which I really appreciate. Again, it's so easy in storylines like this to do it poorly, to make it be like, and she's selling out. She's, you know, not believing in the ideals of true love, and she just wants a cushy life for herself. No, it's not that she, like, yes, having a backup plan would be good for her. She can't perform forever, and again, they were really sympathetic about that, which I appreciated, because such is the nature of performers. They can't perform in the same way forever, you know, especially in the business of the Moulin Rouge. You know, can't rely on being young and pretty forever. But yeah, like, yes, she needs a backup plan. As tough as it is that the Duke is obsessed with controlling her, she needs somewhere stable to go after this, and she doesn't have a lot of options. Very sympathetic about that. But then, like, she also wants to keep this club because it's important to her, and you know, all the people there. They did I think a lovely job of being very clear that a lot of theater spaces are just sort of implicitly queer areas. So there's a lot of very visual queerness in the way they presented the club. And they made it clear that this is kind of the only place for those people to go at the moment. You know, if the Moulin Rouge closes, then they will all be out on the streets and maybe arrested and dead for, you know, for being who they are. So it's important. She's got a lot riding on her. You know, all of this depends on her ability to keep the Duke, you know, financially invested in the club. So her having this affair with Christian is kind of a spooky big deal. And, you know, he's all young and idealistic and let's just have this affair and have it be fine, whatever. She's like, I've got responsibilities and, you know, commitments to the people that I perform with, and, you know, it's a whole mess. It's very tragedy enjoyers when even good intentions lead to lead to tragedy and sadness and bad things. Yeah. So there's a whole thing where the Duke finds out about their affair. He's been paying someone at the club to spy for him, and they're all like, listen, dude, Christian, you gotta let her go, man. And he's like, no. And then there's a whole scene where they introduce him to absinthe. They're like, listen, Christian, don't worry about Satine, just drink a whole ton of absinthe. Lovely scene, by the way. Actually, I love what they did with it. They had these they had lights in like the bottles and glasses that they used, and absinthe was portrayed as glowing like neon bright green. So you could always tell an absinthe was in someone's glass because it was relatively dark in that scene, and there'd just be this glowing green light from their glasses. It was so cool. Christian has a whole thing where he's like, heck, I'm like burning up inside. This is so cringe. Oh no, oh man. He gets very drunk, goes to try to talk to Satine to convince her to run away with him. But he talks to her right in front of the Duke, who has just informed Satine that if she does not break Christian's heart, he will have Christian killed, and like beaten, bloody, and killed. So what is she supposed to do? Literally, what is she supposed to do? That's kind of the theme of Moulin Rouge for me, is literally what is she supposed to do? It's just kind of all bad for her. She has no good options. Christian has a whole breakdown about it. Now they're putting on this play at the Moulin Rouge, and it's important to know that in this play there is a scene with a gun. There's a scene where Satine's character who is being like, you know, there's this awful man who wants to own and control her, and then Christian's character who is oh, I'm getting a call from my mom. Hold on just a sec. That was my mother, but we're back now. Oh my gosh, that led to another great scene where they were having a rehearsal for this play, and Christian and Satine were fighting about her continuing to be with the Duke, and the Duke is criticizing the play. He's like, does it work by me? Hey, Corbicke! Hi! We're talking about Moulin Rouge, which is a play that I saw a couple days ago. So they're talking about this play that they're putting on. Inside of the play, Satine is again playing this this character who's a woman who is being you know, owned and controlled by this rich man, and Christian is playing the young upstart lover who you know wants her to run away with him instead, you know, because they can't be subtle at all. It's honestly really lovely the way that they do it. They're very clear, like, this play is the play that we're putting on. But there's a whole moment they're arguing. The Duke is criticizing people. He's like, well, this guy is just trying to give her a nice life. You know, he's just trying to he just wants to, you know, provide for her. And the Bohemian guy who's the writer is like, he's trying to control her, and that's what makes him evil. And they're arguing. The tension is building. We know this isn't gonna go well. I love the way they did this tension. And again, it's so accurate to some really tough rehearsals I've been in before, where just, you know, arguments are happening. Everyone knows this isn't gonna get resolved in a way that makes anyone happy. But we just, you know, we're trying to just finish up this rehearsal and so we can all go home. And they're talking about this thing, and they're talking in the concept, like in the world of the play, but they're like, well, why is it these things are yada yada, and then Christian like gets really upset about it and turns around and just like yells at her because she doesn't love you. And when I tell you, the entire theater gasped. The entire theater just again, this just traveled through the entire theater, because oh my gosh, I have not been that strongly affected by a line in a play for a hot second. And it was, oh my gosh, because it was so, what was it? It was so unexpected, because they've been really, really careful about the affair so far. You know, they've been so careful, like the Duke can't find out. We have to be really cautious about this. We, you know, we can only like meet in secret. We have to really, really be careful about this. And Christian just spills it. Like, again, gasp across the entire theater, and then everyone was just silent. Both the actors and us. And then that's it. The secret's out. Like, we already kind of figured that the Duke was close to finding out, but that's really just it. Oh my gosh, it was incredible moment. But so then, so as I mentioned, there's a scene with a gun in that play. In fact, the scene I just mentioned that they were trying to rehearse is the one with the gun. So Christian, after having his whole little breakdown over Satine and that she won't leave the Duke for him, well, he walks himself over to a gun shop and he purchases a gun. And I'm like, Christian, no, Christian, no, don't be cringe, Christian, you're being cringe, Christian, stop, you're being cringe. But also, remember how I mentioned that Satine is dying of consumption? So she's got like hours to live at this point, and she knows it. But the other members of the cast have found out. But she's like, no, the most important thing is that we put this play on, and that people can hear Christian's music, and that we can all perform together on this stage again. And it was, oh my gosh, again, so realistic to my experience in theater. The way everyone's like, we are going to perform together again, and that's what matters to her. So she's like kind of actively dying during this performance, and she actually, before it began, she knows she's gonna die, so she told the Duke off before it started. She was like, listen, I will never be yours, I'll never be your possession, I'm my own person, and we're done, kind of thing. And he's like, you'll evil Duke stuff. People really love to die of consumption back then. They're doing it all the time. Like, what's with that? Definitely would not have been my first choice, but I guess maybe I don't understand the customs of the time or something. I don't know. But they were really just obsessed with dying of consumption. So yeah, she's on this stage like dying. It's quite clearly, we as the audience can tell, this is going to be her final performance. Christian didn't show up for the play. They had someone else go on for him. But then the scene comes where it's the gun scene, and Christian walks onto the stage and starts saying the lines, and he's pointing this gun at her, and we know it's a real gun. We know it's a real gun. There's this whole dramatic moment with him loading and everything. And and I'm still out here like, Christian, you're being cringe, man. You don't be cringe, Christian. But it's like, oh man, it really seems like he's gonna be cringe. Satine isn't looking at him. Her blocking says to look the other way. And then at one point he's like Satine, look at me. And she looks, and again he's, oh boy howdy, he's got the gun. And he points at her and he's like, what's the point of the lines that they're talking about is then do it, shoot me so I can die for love, and they're doing the whole thing, and oh my gosh, I don't remember exactly what he says at this point, but he's like, what's the point of all this love thing, you know, something or other, very dramatic, but he points a gun at her, and then he says his line about if love cannot be real, then there's no point in living. Then he points the gun at himself, at his heart. And I was like, okay, Christian has been uncringed. Satine sings the song that he wrote for her as like I actually do love you, and I don't want you to die sort of thing. And he's like, oh my gosh, Satine, you do love me? And she's like, yeah, I was, and then she like dies in his arms. I'm making it sound much more comical than it is. It was really quite sad and touching in the actual play. But then, you know, that's the moral of the story is just like, you know, things. Oh my gosh, how to describe the feeling that this leaves you with? It's like the bohemian ideals are inherently flawed. You know, there's just no way. You know, there's just no way that the bohemian ideals can really be truly lived without flaw and without, you know, without terrible, awful things happening. Is that any reason to not fight for them anyway? Is kind of the what we're given as a takeaway here. Christian goes on to become, you know, he continues to write, and he's going to immortalize Satine in his writing as part of this. No, it's really fantastic, but I think, oh my gosh, so beautiful show. Beautiful show. I really enjoyed it. I think my big criticism is that I don't feel like Christian was really in it. He came off as a little unsympathetic for a lot of it, actually, with his whole, you know, like, Satine, why are you being with the Duke thing? Because, you know, as I mentioned, the play has been very sympathetic to her plight so far. Of like, she has literally no choice here. You know, she has like no backup plan. She's poor. She's essentially what amounts to as a prostitute in the eyes of their society. She just doesn't have options. And also she's doing it for the Moulin Rouge. She's doing it for all of her friends to keep this, you know, to keep this queer space alive, to keep this space where they can be paid for being, you know, for doing these things instead of being persecuted by like the police and stuff. She's doing this for quite, you know, selflessly, to be honest. And so Christian kind of came off a little bit, he kind of came off as like a little whiner baby man as part of that, unfortunately. Which, you know, is that's his right. It's absolutely his right to come off as a little baby man. I will say he became 20 times more attractive when the Duke forced Satine to reject him, and then he turned into a sad wet cat of a man. Just immensely more attractive once he stopped being the pretty boy protagonist and started being a tortured soul. My brother watched it and said there was one of those, the villain and the main character are the same kind of things in terms of desire to make decisions for their growth. I didn't think about it. Sounds pretty good. Oh yeah, okay, that's something I want to talk about this. That's something I want to talk about with this. So one of the big questions that we have to ask, and I don't know if your brother saw the play version or the musical, or the movie. I'm talking specifically the musical. I've not seen the movie. One really interesting thing to me is, you know, as part of learning about the Duke, we hear that he's been involved with a girl before who was unfaithful to him, and what ended up happening to her was, you know, someone threw acid on her face, and then the body of the guy that she was involved with was found floating in the river, kind of thing. You know, like real spooky stuff here. Real spooky. Oh no, the Duke is gonna kill her if he finds out about her affair with Christian, kind of thing. What is the difference between Christian and the Duke? What in the end? Why is he a protagonist and the Duke is an antagonist? What is the deal there? Yeah, movie. Yeah. I've no clue how all this goes down in the movie. At the end of the day, yeah, Christian keeps wanting to make these decisions for her, kind of thing, and he keeps pushing her, like, you know, leave the Duke, and we've just talked about all these responsibilities that she has, and all these really sympathetic, important things are going on in her life. What at the end of the day is the difference between the Duke and Christian? Why do we, like, what is our stake here as the audience? And I think the really lovely thing about it, the thing that I have been thinking about quite a lot, is at the end of the day, when all the cards are down, you know, all things are going. Again, Christian turns into a tortured soul when he's rejected by Satine, and goes and gets the gun and everything. And it's like he's being the Duke right now. He's being the Duke. He's gonna be cringe. At the end of the day, the Duke points the gun, or the Duke is implied to be pointing the gun at Satine, and Christian points the gun at himself. And that is the difference between the two characters. Is, you know, the Duke cannot accept other people not doing what he wants, and so he will, you know, if they don't fall in line, then he ends them. And it's not great, but when Christian is confronted with the same issue, the same problem, when he's given a reality that he cannot live with, he chooses to, you know, to remove himself instead of removing the person that is not complying with his, you know, with his desires, with his want. The entire story is about desire. It's about want and what it does to people. And I think that's just inherently why Christian becomes a much more interesting character when he is rejected, because the whole thing is, again, like, it's want, it's desire, what it does to people. Christian gets what he wants largely for most of the play. You know, for most of the play, he successfully convinces Satine to listen to his songs. He then, you know, convinces her to have an affair with him. All these things are going Christian's way, so we don't see what, you know, he's getting his desires, and only once he's denied do we really get a glimpse at who his character is. Like I said, he became 20 times more attractive as soon as he turned into a sad, wet cat of a man who was, you know, falling to his knees for being, you know, rejected by this woman, and you know, singing his whole little song about, you know, like dying or something. But just, yeah, it's, you know, we didn't get to see that side of him until he was told no, until he was denied. And I think they did a fantastic job with him after that. Like, it was a bit tricky with him before that, because he was just such a little whiner baby man, but then, you know, once they got to the core of his characterization, I feel like he turned out all right in the end. Now, the one thing I do wish, we didn't get to see what happened to the Duke. Basically, Satine rejects him, and that he either goes to sit in the audience or leaves or something. We don't get to see what happens to him after that scene. And I think that it is fair to say that it shouldn't be important what happens to him at that point, because the thing has, you know, he's already kind of been thwarted. Satine has told him no at that point. But I'm gonna be honest, for me personally, I think it would have hit a lot harder if we had gotten to see him at the end of the play just leaving and walking away. because one of the very important things to me that happened with the musical is it reminded me so much of the theater that I used to work in. Like kind of a ridiculous amount of, you know, just deja vu was hitting me through it, where it was the Moulin Rouge was this in the plays, this space with all this, you know, fantasy and this queerness and people being expressive about themselves and, you know, their identities and, you know, engaging in these things that society finds reprehensible. And then there's some rich guy who just wants to control it all. And that's a very relatable experience for me. And there goes Candybot telling me to drink some water. Thank you, Candybot. Much appreciated for the reminder. And ultimately, kind of with the play ending with that whole, you know, the bohemian ideals are flawed, but that's no reason not to fight for them. I think it's also important to know that nothing changed for the Duke along the way. He learned no lessons. He suffered no, you know, no losses he can't come back from. Quite perfectly, frankly honest. God, I've been listening very intently. Please picture me singing crisscross. Nice, nice, nice. Nothing changed for the Duke in the end. To be quite perfectly honest, after the story, he probably goes off and finds some new woman to obsess over and to want to and to desire and possess. And he probably finds another club to buy out and another beautiful thing to ruin in his own image. And that's just, and I feel like, to me personally, that is part of the bohemian ideal. Is that there's, you know, there's so many people in this world who want to engage with the Moulin Rouge, who want to be part of it and help it grow and, you know, make these spaces for people and, you know, to find this joy in performing together. But just ultimately, unfortunately, so much of that is controlled by just kind of the power of money. It's expensive to do performance. It's expensive to put on these plays and everything. And so as much as the creatives want to live these free lives, they are shackled to this cycle that we see in Moulin Rouge of, you know, of someone coming in and desiring to possess and have it, and then ultimately to change and control it to make it in their image and destroy everything that was beautiful about it in the first place. And so yeah, I mean, it would be kind of a depressive ending, but I really think that is, I really wanted to see what happened with the Duke with that, you know, because like I don't think it's necessarily out of play with everything else, with like Satine dying and everything, and it's just that's the whole thing of it. I mean, we don't get a lot of ending everything, but I mean, we know the club probably closes. Everyone else is probably kicked out to the streets like they were so afraid of earlier. You know, it's just, it keeps going, you know. And I mean, the ending is fine as is. I don't think that's like a deal breaker for me in terms of everything with it. But I feel that experience really personally though. I gotta watch this. No, it's great. And oh man, admittedly, I don't know how it is in the movie. I've no clue if the movie touches on themes even vaguely similar. Probably in some ways pretty similar. I mean, it's the same story. They've just changed a couple things with it being a stage adaptation. But hopefully there's something like that in it, because I think that is very important. Okay, this is a mess. Left torches to here. Left torches to here. All right, there we go. I found my way back. I think they have some really important things to say about the creative experience in at least the musical version. I think that they expressed a lot of things that are truths. They express a lot of things that make us think about these truths. And again, like, it's a show about desire, and one thing about me is that I will be just fascinated about stories like that, about what do people become when they're pushed to their ends. What will people do when they're denied the thing that they want the most? Yeah, it was a solid time there at the Moulin Rouge. Obviously not for the characters, but for me as an as an observer of the story, I quite enjoyed it. All right, let's play the game. Continue to go downward here. Oh, I've messed something up. I've messed something up. It's here, and then this is supposed to be like that, and then this. Okay, we're staircasing. Welcome to Quimby's Let's talk about storytelling and media hour. It's one of our favorite segments here on the show. I say that as if it's sarcastic, but I really do love talking about media and things. No, but yeah, I would say overall, I really enjoyed that play experience. I think it absolutely deserved that Tony. Did it win multiple Tonys? I don't actually know. It was like 5 years ago, so it's not recent, but I'm glad that they've kept it up this long. And I think it's a really good show for this sort of thing. So another thing that I really enjoyed about Moulin Rouge is it takes place in this, in this snexy nightclub environment where it's, oh my gosh, they tell us right from the beginning it's all about desire and everything. Oh my gosh, it's so good with that. It's so good with that. But everyone kind of knows Moulin Rouge as sort of that, like show about things that are, they talk about like the sexy stuff, right? All the things related to the club are like, women in revealing clothing and thigh highs, and men in corsets and the little like the slutty little bow tie combination things people do. I don't know. It's a show that is sort of steeped in the idea of the sexy nightclub. But oh my gosh, what do I love about it is they gave us so much of that in the opening number. They gave us the full like nightclub experience they're going for with here. And kind of pretty much everything after that was so genuine. Like everything after that point was just, okay, now say something beautiful and true. Which I think is a really clever move on their part. Oh, here we go. Yes, this is what we're looking for. Okay. I think that's a really clever move on their part. Because, it sort of draws people in with that first premise of, like, this is a show about a cabaret and all these things, yada, 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 whatever. And then just the moment they're past that, it's let's talk about the human experience. Let's talk about, let's talk about all these things that maybe you weren't expecting from the show. And we're going to use your own expectations to make you be a part of it. It's good. It's good. I think they did a fantastic job with it. Wow, I can say words. That's a true thing that I can do. Yeah, with that, oh my gosh, with finding this, I do think that is unfortunately where I have to end the stream for today. Places to go, people to see and all that, but it's been a lovely time. Thank you everyone so much for coming to the stream today. I'm glad to be back. I'm so thrilled to be here again and to, just get some work done. I will be back tomorrow. I'm currently streaming Wednesday through Saturday, starting a little after 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. And tomorrow we'll be mining out this geode to get that smooth basalt that I need for my current build. That's where we're gonna end it. So if you're staying here on Twitch, find something cool to watch. If you're leaving Twitch, find something cool to do. Everyone take care of yourselves, drink water, get some sleep, take your meds and everything. Love you guys lots, and I will see you later. Okay, bye-bye.